For what it's worth, it's never too late, or, well, in my case, too early to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. And I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of. If you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. Hey, everybody. I hope you all have enjoyed Joker's Tunage. Matter of fact, there are no such thing as time slots on the YouTubes. So I spent my time listening and hearing him finish out a big block of Rush. So now we are just rambling at this point. And I definitely would like to, well, gosh, it's not even showing your picture up there, but welcome, Kadud.
Sup, bitches.
And I was just asking Kadud about her experience at the Ren Fair this weekend, and apparently it became perilous at one point.
Only for me. So if any of you have a large amount of hatred and vitriol towards me, stay and listen. You'll get to learn a little something. So I am apparently deathly allergic to dark chocolate, namely the cacao content. The higher percentage of cacao, like in the chocolate, the harsher the reaction. Well, at the booth that I'm at, the owner's husband decided to do something really nice for all of us, and he got a bunch of cupcakes. And there was this espresso with Bailey's frosting in it, and like some sort of chocolate like espresso and blah blah blah, and with like these chocolate covered espresso beans on the top. And I picked that one. I wasn't really in the mood for cupcakes, but one of the other girls was like, I wanted to try that one, but I already picked this one. So, do me a favor. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Well, we can both see if we like it. If you like it, you can go ahead and have it. I'm not really hungry, whatever. If I like it, well, then screw you. I'll figure out a way to get hungry for it. Taking a bite, ate both of the espresso beans, and then I had taken a bite. It is all right. The Bailey's was pretty tasty. Passed the cupcake back, and I'm just like, go for it. You like it? It's yours. I don't need it. Like it's too rich for my flavor. Like it's really well balanced, but like the frosting's a little too sweet. Although there's a nice richness in the actual cake part that helps balance it out. And blah blah blah. Me getting all foodie and fancy and oh yes,
Very foodie.
very still foodie. So it was just a bite and two chocolate covered espresso beans. Well, what dark chocolate tends to do is it's equivalent to anaphylactic shock.
Awesome.
Yep. So I'm sitting there, and it's a pretty hot day, considering a little humid, and there's dust everywhere because it's a fair, And I'm sitting in the booth, and I'm just like, question. Uh, did that have dark chocolate? And the girl, she's like, I don't know. I can go and check. So she runs over to where they gotten the cupcakes from, finds out, and she comes over and she's like, so how are you doing? And I'm like, just a little, get out of your corset. Okay, you're done for the day. Okay, can you breathe? Nope. And she's like, yeah, so apparently it's dark chocolate covered espresso beans, and the cake is like their purest cacao, like batter that they have. Like that's what it's made out of. Is the purest cacao like chocolate cake batter that they can muster. Like it is their own fucking recipe. And it's just like, ah, oh, fuck, I might die. Like if I had eaten that whole cupcake, y'all wouldn't be hearing from me today. Like there's a strong chance you would not have heard from me at all.
Um, well, we would have heard something on the YouTubes and probably followed up by Cog going, well, but is she really dead?
Well, yeah, but that would have okay. So here's the thing is I keep the people that I'm close to on YouTube probably wouldn't have found out anyway. Because they would have needed somebody who I'm close to in real life to have found out. And
Well,
and
eventually, I mean, you got
and
that you
well for them to have found out and then reached out to like the hey people on YouTube's. So Kadant died from eating dark chocolate because, you know, that's her one weakness. Like, she can't die from a fucking gunshot. Like, the guns don't like to go off in her face, but dark chocolate sure can make her, like, not be able to breathe.
so like done kryptonite then.
Basically, it's so ridiculous though. And I've had people go, "You're not really allergic to chocolate because I've seen you eat milk chocolate before." I'm like, it's the percentage of the cacao. Like milk chocolate is that's not that does not have a lot in there. Like you go look and you see and you uh at 70% cacao, like chocolate that has 70%, I can eat probably like a third of a bar before, all of a sudden, oh hey, where's the air? And then the higher the percentage, 90% has a really good chance of killing me. Like really, really strong chance of killing me. And it depends on the amount as well. Like, I can have a little nibble without it like being an automatic like, oh no. It's one of those things where it's like and the way I found out that I was allergic to dark chocolate was I was over at my mom's friend's house with my mom. Like my mom, brought us girls with her and she was gonna go and hang out with her friends and we got to play Tetris and eat the candies and stuff while they played solitaire or poker or whatever it was. I don't know. I was a child. Um it was
Something
eons ago.
something involving cards.
Yeah, they used to play with cards. Um but she had these a mix of Mounds and Almond Joy, and I used to always eat Almond Joy because I loved the crunch of the Almond Joy. Mounds is okay too, so I just started going for it, and I started going for it. Well, there was no more Almond Joy because my sisters are cunts and they decided to eat all the Almond Joy. So I'm like, fuck you, I'll take all the Mounds, and just eating and eating and eating and eating, and then all of a sudden, mommy, I can't breathe. And it was my mom was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what did you do? What did you girls do? You know, like what happened? And it's just the load of Mounds wrappers all over everywhere because I'd eaten so many that the amount of dark chocolate. Oh, by the way, another difference for those of you who are unaware, main difference between Almond Joy and Mounds, well, aside from the almonds, Almond Joy is milk chocolate, Mounds are dark chocolate.
Yes, they are. They're delicious.
Oh my god, yeah, they are. Oh, the sweet embrace of death. Like if any of you really want to murder me, just make me a thing of Mounds or York peppermint patties. Like I love chocolate and mint. I love chocolate and coconut. And like you mix those, if you could find a way to make like a mint chocolate coconut like delight, like a minty flavored Mounds that's just rich in
Well,
dark chocolate. Like heavy in the cacao content, like you there you go. That's why you kill me. You just be like, here, Kadan, enjoy this little treat I got for you. I'm like, can do. It could be black as night. I won't care. I will put that shit in my mouth because fucking hell, I love chocolate. Oh my god,
Uh,
it's so good.
uh, have you ever heard of a candy company called Esther Price?
No, I have not.
Well, Esther Price is pretty much localized in the Midwest. They're big enough to where like the major Krogers will carry them. So they make a coconut cream, which is pretty thick. It's like whipped coconut,
Ooh.
and it's smothered in a dark chocolate with roasted coconut over the top.
Oh my god, keep talking dirty to me like that, Doc. Holy shit, yes.
Oh,
Oh, I know exactly how I need to die. Like that thing sounds amazing.
oh, Esther Price is the bomb. I mean, it smells horrible because they make the candy on the premises,
Mm.
and because of how you make candy, it really does smell pretty bad.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, they've been around for like 80 or 90 years, and they go by their own recipes, and there are going to be certain things out every year. They make their own sugar eggs for Easter,
Mm.
and they make big Valentine boxes, and all their candies during Valentine's are shaped like hearts.
So, what about Halloween candy?
They do pumpkins. They do that pumpkin cream too, which I don't really care. There's just this weird fascination that everything has to be pumpkin or pumpkin spice when you get around fall, and it's definitively not true. The only reason why people ate pumpkins is because their asses were starving and they had to
Mm.
figure out something to eat. I mean, pumpkin pie rarely I will eat, but yeah, well, I don't do coffee either, so I don't, I don't get the creamy mocha spiced pumpkin latte mix. I mean, my wife is still a complete addict, but she won't touch pumpkin at all. She hates it. She loathes pumpkin.
See, I've never had a big issue with pumpkin and stuff like that, but I get overwhelmed by the exorbitant amount of pumpkin stuff that's out there. And I have no qualms with it. Like I just choose like y'all pumpkin spice bitches, you go and enjoy your pumpkin spice shit. Like that is absolutely okay. I'm going to sit over here and not bother with any of it myself.
Yeah, it's like I used to work for an ice cream store, and for some reason, it was either April or May was peach month,
Ooh.
and it was peach everything. You know, it's so funny too because they had the peaches frozen in cartons. When it got to a certain date, they had to throw them away, and
Mm-hmm.
I took home a whole crate of them
Ooh.
because it was past the expiration date. Put them up in uh, our freezer in the garage and forgot about them for about a year. And I pulled them back out after realizing that they were there. And I'm like, I wonder if these things are still good. So I don't know what chemicals that they had in it, but those were some good peach pies. I made peach pies and peach tarts and peach cobbler.
Well, I think it's the what's it? Uh Metaphors is saying when cooked salted, it is very good. So that like salt is a natural preservative for a lot of things. So maybe that's what it is.
Oh, I have no idea what it was. It basically just said ingredients, peaches, and stuff. So
I
I
mean,
just I kind of
if
let
it
it
was
be.
sorry,
I just kind of let it be. I didn't ask too many questions.
you just enjoyed.
Yeah, And I didn't tell people that they were, year-old expired peaches that I used. They seem to enjoy them anyway.
Well, they were frozen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're fine. It's fine. You're fine. Like, I mean, come on. Like, we talk about stories about, like, cavemen being unfrozen and still being viable living things. So why not? Like, we're talking about cryogenic, being able to cryogenically freeze people. So why wouldn't, like, frozen peaches
Oh,
have the same kind of chance?
and I am remiss. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, the Lord Byron. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, BT. Good morning, Metaphorist. I think that's everybody who's running around. And if two of you lucky people have a golden ticket waiting in your DMs in Twitter, if you'd like to join us.
I think I know
I think I do too.
who.
But I don't. I want to save the excitement. Oh, by the way, I did put in the title is When Doubt Rears Its Ugly Head.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been in contact with my guest for tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
And the last communication that we had, he said, "Well, all this technology, it looks like a lot of trouble." So I don't know. I mean, I've gotten I've had to do a replacement previously, and I'm sure there's somebody that I can pull in, but because I just don't want a no show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna do a single show. I'm gonna do an AMA because I don't think I could get anybody to interview on Christmas evening. So that's when the Tuesday falls. It falls on the 25th. So yeah, I hope he doesn't back out because this one's going to be. I'm going to have to do verbal parkour on this one. This is going to be rough because technically I can't go into any depth or detail what he did in the early part of his career because there's litigation going on.
Fair
So
enough.
I had to dance around that.
Yeah. And it's possible, like there's ways to get out the uh get out some questions and get yourself some answers. And if anybody can do it, Doc, I know it's you.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, he's in the middle of a lawsuit versus his mentor. So that's about it. Well, I mean, if you guys Google Jim Wynorski, you'll be able to actually read the story and to get the background if you really care to. But yeah, this one's going to be a little difficult. I didn't think the one last week was going to be difficult, but my God, was that one? He was busing me up and down, hitting me.
I noticed he gave a lot of, like, just straight up, yeah, and that was it. No extras or anything like that. He was just like, yeah.
Yeah, because the first 30 minutes, I was asking leading questions and he was just hitting me with it. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I switched tactics to say, well, this is kind of how I feel. How do you feel about that? Instead of giving him the opportunity to say yes or no to anything. And he kind of did it, but his friend really freaked me out.
His friend was really quiet.
Well, it was one of those. I didn't invite him on the stream, but Mike invited him to watch the stream, but he gave him the link to the Hangout instead.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hey, yeah, do me a favor and go to your avatar, because he was making those weird, freaky faces. And
where you could only really see the top half of his face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of looked like an autistic Kilroy.
I have no idea who Kilroy is. I thought that was a convention.
Um, Kilroy was a thing back in World War II. And they'd write Kilroy was here, and
Oh.
it was usually just fingers and a nose hanging over. They basically uh, when Kilroy did their thing, the convention,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who actually owned the rights to the Kilroy logo told them that they weren't allowed to use it, and so that's why they had whatever that retarded thing was that they ended up with at the end.
Wasn't Kilroy just supposed to be the convention? Wasn't that just like more for the what was the term? Somebody the thing that had to do with Pepe Kekistani. Wasn't that just supposed to be basically like meme lords?
No, it was supposed to be the definitive YouTube free speech conference. It evolved, um, and I am forced to give Andy Worski credit, and Failure also has some credit in there too, because they came up with when they were at VidCon, going, well, this is bullshit because they don't let other YouTubers speak, and they're only letting like the popular ones, like like Logan Paul shows up,
Who?
or yeah, e- exactly. um
Like
and
if you told me that like Markiplier was there, I'm like, oh, I know that name.
yeah, I think Markiplier was there. I think well, Pewds and Jacksepticeye just didn't want to do the plane travel, but they had a lot of people who were um yeah, more I don't really have a definition, but more commercial,
Mm-hmm.
where they get, they at least have a million people there. Like Casey Neistat was there. um God, I think H3H3 was there too.
Doc, I'm gonna give you a quick heads up now.
Okay.
Um, this so I'm half Asian, right? And
Okay.
sometimes when I talk, I'll say some random Asian words, and people are like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Well, that's what you with the H3H3 and whatever the one before that sounds like to me. Like it's all ching chong to me. I am not. I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah, they don't those people don't hang out on our side of the internet, but they have buku subs, and basically it's just let's pat ourselves on the back is what VidCon is.
Mhm.
And they really just shrug off anybody who has new and exciting content. Everything is pretty much fucking milk toast. A lot of it is. Now, I have nothing against Markiplier. I've worked with him previously on a project. He's a good egg. He's a Cincinnati boy, so he grew up close to where I grew up. So we had shit to talk about. But basically, they were sitting around after VidCon was over having dinner or something, and Failure and Andy got to talking about it, and automatically Base Mama jumps in and says, "Oh yeah, I can do this, 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 and this." And Dave Cullen was around too, and I still like Dave Cullen's stuff. He was like, "Yeah," because he was, hanging and banging Base Mama. So those two decided to take it on, and then everybody knows the story. At that point, it became a total shit fest. Um, but yeah, I can see where people would be a little pissed if you use their name for advertising and then wouldn't even pay for a plane ticket for them to come there.
Mm-hmm. But
So,
I don't know the story.
oh, you don't?
I
Oh
All right.
God, can
I
I
got
encaps?
yelled at before because people would be like, "Oh, have you seen Worski's new thing? Do you know Worski? Have you watched Kumite?" I'm like, what are those things? I don't know these things. What? So it's taken a few months, almost a year of people like drilling in my head. For the longest time, all I knew Worski as was the veiny Canuck who poured milk all over himself and wore diapers.
Well,
Because
that's
that's what they would show me. They're like, "You don't know who he is. This is who he is." I'm just like, "No, I don't know who he is." Like, whatever. And now I know him as the VR porn guy.
yeah. Well, okay, let's see if I can do this quick. Um, Essentially, Base Mama went ahead and set up Kilroy. She said that she knew people and she had done conventions before. There was someone else who was helping her out that was close to her. They started up a uh, I don't think it was a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe. I think it was just a straight to PayPal kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, they wanted people to contribute. She wanted like $40,000 to be able to do it, and you'd buy your way in because that was paying for the tickets and all that fun stuff. So she started advertising a shit ton of people, and most of them were not getting paid, not even with airfare or anything like that. Um, but she had friends that were coming there doing free speech for some SJW stuff that were actually getting paid. The biggest name was Christina Hoff Summers.
I don't
Um,
know who that is.
oh no, no, that's okay. She's a well-known uh, uh, third wave anti-feminist.
Oh, okay.
She's appeared with on Louder with Crowder and a lot of other kind of right leaning, but they were actually paying her and paying for her airfare to come out. But they were signing on people who in this neighborhood had names like Andy Worski, like Failure, um, who else? Mundane Matt, um, Jeff Holiday.
Baked Alaska.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lord Byron.
He's gone.
and a good morning to you, Lord Byron.
Thanks, Doc. He's gone.
Mm.
Doc is trying to teach me things about
Yeah.
internet stuff because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good luck. You'll never be the same again.
Well, they advertised a shit ton of people. I mean, just literally, it was like the FBI's top 20 most wanted, and they put them all on the website, and
had him
only
had him shill on the channels and everything.
yeah, basically had them
Just
whore themselves out.
yeah,
But
just used him for promotion and then dropped him at the last second.
well, people were like, well, wait a minute, if such and such is getting paid and this person's getting their plane ticket taken care of, why aren't you taking care of mine? And they were just like, well, you volunteered. And they literally had contracts sent out with I think it was a 4-year non-disclosure clause in it. So you couldn't talk shit about anything. And half the people sent them back immediately and said, under no such terms will I ever sign anything like this. Bunty King signed it, though.
Huh?
Bunty. Of
Yeah,
course, he signed it.
Yeah, Bunty King and Mundane Matt were the first two to actually sign over. But you could not. One of the things that they wanted to do, since this was, free speech with content providers, one of the things that the people going there wanted to do was stream, and the contract disallowed their ability to stream. So if they showed up, if they were going to be a part of the show, they could not stream.
Well,
and they couldn't take and record stuff and then use it for later broadcast. Everything that was there that happened at Kilroy was going to be the property of Kilroy.
Well, I mean, if that's what they're gonna do at something like that, where it's supposed to be a free speech, convention. I can understand the need for an NDA every once in a while for certain things, but you can't do that to people you're not gonna compensate in any way, shape, or form. Like
Well,
that's ridiculous to expect. Like, hey, we want you to advertise this, and we
when
want we're gonna use your name to advertise this, and you have to sign this and not stream, and let us only have the streaming
okay,
rights.
wait, Metaphorist, are you saying no, 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 like you don't want to hear this, or you smell bullshit as in I'm not telling the
Bullshit.
story right?
He's saying, I smell bullshit. Morning, Gulf
And
City Remy.
and a good morning, Gulf City Remy,
And Cozy Straight Jacket.
and Cozy Straight Jacket. But yeah, Worski was pretty much one of the first big dropouts. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. You guys won't even pay for my airfare. I'm out. And he was like, take my name off the website. And Worski was one of the biggest shills for it too.
Oh yeah.
So once he backed out, everybody who was like, well, you know what? I wanted to go just to see Andy. And a lot of his pay pigs put in a lot of money. And so they started asking about refunds automatically. And it was a domino effect. And it got to the point where it got so far downgraded that it was, oh, hey, Tennessee, good morning. That they literally had to hold it at some La Quinta.
The La Quinta Inn?
Yeah, and there's footage which is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, Jeff and his 360 camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jeff had his 360 camera there too, but basically, it ended up to be, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. You can back me up on this, Byron. That a bunch of cunts just showed up that nobody really wanted to listen to, or
you're
really
right,
cared about their opinion.
There's all a bunch of shit cunts that they're just boring fucks. That's what I've got from it.
Oh man, yeah, I mean, I would not have shown up, but except for the huge clusterfuck that happened. They even said, yeah, we're even going to have a ball pit too.
Trying to cover it up, trying to cover up the jokes.
Yeah. Here's a dead meme. Let's bring this back to life. I even did several memes about it, because there were people who showed up, ticket holders who showed up that were asked at the door if they wouldn't mind helping out.
Wow.
And they were not going to get compensated in any way either.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, it was a total shit fest. And when people talk about, yeah, there were rumors about Kilroy 2019, and I'm like, so is this the place where they just get up on stage and perform ritual suicides? Because I'll buy a ticket.
Oh yeah. I tell you what, if GG Allen was still alive, he'd probably kill himself at that stage.
Yeah. Oh man. That actually, yeah, well, no, that wouldn't be right, because nobody would be there to see it.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, Gigi really should have had an audience.
He was a fucking crazy son of a bitch. I only found out about him not long ago. Oh, GG Allen.
Oh yeah, he was a super tweaker.
Oh yeah.
GG Allen was a lead singer for a couple of different bands. And he promised his fans that he would end up killing himself on stage. And unfortunately, he killed himself backstage with heroin. So
anticlimactic.
He should have done it on stage. I'm just saying.
No, that was part of his plan. That's what he wanted to do, was to die on stage. But
no, I mean, he should have done the heroin on stage.
Well, I don't know.
Probably did.
Junkies being junkies, I don't think they think that far ahead.
Probably not.
But oh yeah, Tennessee. We're just talking about the shit show that was Kilroy.
And Metaphors, I believe that's a burden that Lord Byron is got in the background.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Well, that's because he lives in the wilds of Australia, and you have to have birds.
Yeah, I think they're honey. I think they're honey birds actually. Little yellow birds that fly around.
Yes, but are they tasty?
Nah, nah, I've never fried them actually.
Oh, so no snacks.
Nah,
That's sad.
I haven't even eaten a croc yet. That's what I want to try is croc.
Wait a minute, you haven't eaten? Well, I've eaten alligator. They're pretty much going to be the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, they got to be. I think it apparently it tastes like chicken. But I've never tried it.
No, it's got a fishy taste. It's an amphibian taste, like if you mixed. I don't know. Have you ever had frog's legs?
Nope. No.
Okay. I think it tastes a little bit like a cross between. Well, have you ever eaten snake?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. I have not eaten snake yet.
Okay. Any one of those has a similar taste to what alligator is. And you know, mostly when you do alligator, it's hacking off that big meaty tail because you know that's where all the meat is.
I know kangaroo tastes like really tough steak. I've had kangaroo before.
I haven't had kangaroo.
It's really good dog. It's really good for your dogs if you have dogs. Buy kangaroo meat if you can.
I've had buffalo, I've had raccoon, I've had horse, I've had squirrel, I've had rabbit, snake, alligator, frogs. I don't know. Pretty much, if it jumps, flies, or swims, I've probably eaten it.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to be all hip on doing possum and squirrels.
Oh yeah. I know. I've heard turtles taste really good, but apparently you've got to kill it the proper way, otherwise they turn poisonous.
Well, and with possum, first of all, you have to make sure they're not rabid.
Yep.
And you literally have to cage them up and then fatten them up, because if you don't, the meat is incredibly stringy, kind of like duck. How duck is like greasy and stringy.
Mm-hmm.
Deer meat though is my favorite. I really like deer meat.
Yeah, venison's nice.
It's yeah, venison. Like I've had it once, and it was one of the most amazing things that I'd ever had. And like, please let this just be the thing that I only eat ever. But I'll settle for steak, like regular moo-moos.
Well, I was at my good morning, Victor. I was at the food pantry, and this guy comes out and goes, "Hey, any of you guys like game meat?" And there's probably about 24 of us sitting there waiting to get our food, and there's a couple people that kind of nodded, and one guy was like, "Well, what kind is it?" He's like, "It's deer meat. I just hunted it and had it slaughtered last week." And all the white people were like, "Yeah, well,
yeah."
And all the black people was like, I don't know about that shit. So, there's racism when it comes to deer meat, people.
Oh god. You'll see that in a CNN headline next week. Food racism. How it's really destroying the world.
Yeah, that's why TLDR isn't around anymore. They got rid of TLDR because, it's inherent racism.
Yeah. Oh, true. I just remembered who that is.
TLDR? He's a pretty good guy. A little long-winded sometimes on his videos, but he's pretty much on point. He's a good trender. He knows and follows certain trends and calls them out before they actually happen. But yeah, I've got several buddies who hunt for the sport, but they always take the meat too. And I always get those phone calls kind of around this time of year where it's like, hey, guess what I bagged? And I was like, okay, how many deer steaks can I have? Because number one, free food's good, but number two, if it's free deer meat, it's better.
Oh, God.
Oh, by the way, I did want to get this in just real quick because he's never going to listen to any of my streams ever unless I get him on. I'd like to congratulate the quarterback of the Saints, Drew Brees, for breaking the all-time passing record. He now has 72,103 passing yards. Now, somebody actually did math out there. That would equal to a shitload of yards. Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Just a few.
But yeah, he passed he passed up Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is my wife's favorite quarterback because she's been a Colts fan forever. Well, actually, she turned into a Broncos fan when he moved over. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest so I can record it. So years and years later, when my niece's grandkids want to know what their uncle was about, they can find these streams and go, God, didn't he have a life or something? Because I don't have a life, but I'm like a fucking kid at Christmas though. I can't sleep just because of I'm supposed to have 2 packages coming tomorrow. So that means I'll be able to marvel at my gear or some of my gear until I get the entire rig. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be cool.
You gonna learn how to run OBS?
Yes, I am. I am. I have people BTS that are just gung ho to help me out with it. Matter of fact, I've got like 3 or 4 different people jockeying, going, well, this is how good I can do my OBS and this and that. And I'm like, guys, I won't fight y'all. If you want to do like a Discord call, I'll put all that shit up. And if you guys want to talk it out, yes, Metaphorist, I have quite a package coming. Yeah, it's Christmas, and it's the kind of Christmas where you actually open up the presents and you get the shit that you actually wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to give my mom such hell. We would always get, as a side gift, underwear and socks. We'd always get underwear and socks. And now that, I'm in my 50s, I would appreciate somebody for Christmas giving me underwear and socks.
Right? No, okay, so I was at Costco earlier today, and of course, free samples all over the place. But the one thing was like they already have some like Christmas stuff like set up, and I'm just there to like try and hunt down some Halloween candy. But as I'm perusing each of the center aisles, because that's where the Christmas stuff was, and I'm like, oh well, then the Halloween stuff should be somewhere around here too. I see socks. I'm like, oh. And then I turn to my sister. I'm like, this right here. You see these packets? This is what you get me for Christmas. I just need all of the socks, like nothing but socks. Give me socks. Ooh, and this is a nice blanket. Ooh, and I could use this sweater. No, oh, like it's become a thing where when you're younger, like that's the last gift you want. And now that I'm like, oh God, I'm in my 30s, but now that I'm older, I just like, please give me socks. Like, I don't need anything else. Just give me socks or pay a bill. There we go. That's if you really insist on getting me a Christmas present. Like, I don't need any of the other stuff. I just want socks and to make sure that I have my
Well,
electricity on.
well, I used to be so erudite that when I would go to the thrift stores, my rule was that there were three things that I would never buy, and it would be socks, underwear, and hats. Now, one of those two I still don't buy, but the other two you really just can't. I mean, I was able to outfit myself for upcoming winter. Well, that and one of the food pantries also had like a clothing thrift store, and if you gave them $1, you could fill up a trash bag full of clothes, as many as you could stuff in. But with the regular thrift stores, there are days where they have different color tags that are 50% off on those days. If you go to like Salvation Army thrift on Wednesdays, they have all their tags but one color 50% off. So I went in for like, I think it was $8 or $9, and I got myself some sweatshirts for coming up. I got some long pants. I got lounge pants and long sleeve tees. Basically shit to go under whatever the hoodie is. I even picked up an Izod sweater. It's one of those old how do I describe it? It's a navy knit with a hoodie. It's wool, and it looks like cable knit, I think. I hope.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I should probably take a picture and put it on Twitter. But that motherfucker's going to be warm because we always keep our heat down in the winter. We don't have central air in the ghetto, but we do have heat. But we usually always keep that down. As a matter of fact, I wonder. I tell you what, let's see if I can find the picture. This is how I'll see if I can find it, because this is how wifey does control when it comes to the heat, because she can't stand a lot of heat. Let's see here. I am trying to. Okay, where are the photos? Wifey and I have been doing a battle of stupid cat videos. We're trying to convince each other that the cats that we have aren't as dumb as we think they are, and it's kind of failing because the cat's doing stupid things in those videos. It's like, yeah, white cat just did that. So let's see here. Is it your photos? Yeah, it's got to be your photos. We call the black cat the IKEA cat now because it sleeps like it's been hit by a car, just bent in all different ways. I have a picture of that too somewhere. Oh man, I just went past one. They did our local news station was experimenting with live streaming through Facebook.
Oh no.
And I trolled the fuck out of them.
Good. I fucking hate radio stations.
This was back in the winter, and they were like, well, if you take your pets outside, that they could freeze to death. So you really wouldn't want to do that now, would you? And I came back with, wait, why you want to kill people's pets? Keep them inside. Let them pee in your bathtub. You're welcome. And the picture that I took was as she was reading it. And she's got this, what the fuck? Look on her face. It's fucking priceless. but that's not the picture I'm looking for. So yeah, apparently they have blocked me now because I was really enjoying trolling the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people would.
If they're anything like my local radio stations, I'd fucking fight the cunts. Cannot stand them.
So hey, wait a minute. Did somebody was saying that Milo killed himself?
Hey?
Hmm?
He couldn't have
Who
killed himself. He's got way too much ego.
Yeah, he loves himself too much.
Yeah.
Who?
Aha! I found it. I
But he
found
fuck
it.
himself to death? That's the only way he'd kill himself. He'd fuck himself to death.
Okay, I'm gonna put this over on the Twitters.
Okay, you go put that on the Twitters. Hi Adamantine. Good night, Metaphorist. Metaphorist was leaving, and Tennessee Marine was saying a battle of cat videos, best battle ever.
Oh, there's some definite good ones out here. I'm not gonna put an explanation in it. I'm just gonna post it. This is how my wife makes sure that the temperature is appropriate for her. And if you guys aren't hooked up to my wonderful fabulous,
Will you touch this fucking thermostat? I will cut you.
I shit you not, that is all my wife. Because she was like, "You're messing with it, aren't you?" And I was like, "No, honey, I'm not messing with it. I turned the furnace on, but I left it to the temperature settings that you like." And she was like, "Well, it might be the damn kid." And I was like, "Well, I can't do anything about that." So fine.
Did you let her know that the kid came out of her?
Yeah, I mean, it's her genetics, so fucking deal with it. Oh man, I got a great DM that just came in. Hold on, guys. I just gotta
No worries. I like for me, I also live in the ghetto, but we're too broke even in the ghetto because it's the ghetto of motherfucking California, and that shit's expensive. And we never touch. We rarely. I can't say never, but we rarely ever touch the thermostat to turn either the air or the heat on, just because it's just like, do we really want to add to the bill though?
You live in the ghetto. Do you deal with much of the Crips or the Bloods in the ghettos?
No. In the Midwest, there's no Bloods or Crips. They're way too fucking disorganized.
No, fair enough.
There are a couple of gangs that run around, but they don't match with any fancy jackets or any of that shit.
I don't know what gangs are around because I just kind of like keep to myself.
You're in LA, aren't you, Kadam? You've probably got all the fucking gangs over there.
Not quite LA. I'm more in the I'm like 2 hours away. Well, technically, no matter what, you're almost always 2 hours away from like anything when it comes to being in California.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm not near LA. LA's way too urban for my taste. Like I could not stand being there. Like I need to be able to, and where I'm at, like 2 hours south, I can hit the beach.
Oh, nice.
2 hours north, I can hit the mountains, and then 2 hours east, I can hit the desert. So like, I'm like in a happy little medium where it's just like I can go play there, I could go play there, I could go play there, but it's still 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a bit like here. 20 minutes from the city, but 20 minutes from complete bush. That's awesome.
Tennessee Marine has a really good point. If it's cool, they make sweatpants and cuddling is a thing. Hashtag save energy, cuddle more. I'm okay with that. That's not an inaccurate statement.
Okay. Do any of you remember the gimmick underwear they called fundies.
Is
That
that where
sounds
they're like
familiar.
Batman and shit?
Fundies were a pair of underwear that were big enough to put in two people, where you could put in
What?
of legs.
Fair enough.
Where, I mean, I could see that being a nice joke gift, but really, seriously, you couldn't fuck in them, so that killed the fun in the fundies. By the way, I can't.
Better off getting edible panties.
I've done the edible panties thing, not worn them, but eaten them off of someone.
Was it good? Did it taste good?
It's the worst fucking fruit roll up you'll ever eat.
Fuck that.
Yeah, well, and there was a Vagisil issue too, but I'm just not going to get into it. I will say I just got a DM from somebody that I'm really hoping when they get the ability to come on, that they will. It was really nice hearing from this person, and that's I will just say that
You're gonna keep it cryptic.
I'm glad the person got in touch, and he's been missed. So everything's QQ.
Okay.
I can't wait, and I just wanted to make sure that this person knew there was an open door to the Ramble stream anytime they wanted to stop in. Because there are people that we like out there on the internet. Oh wait, dude! Don't fuck with me this way. Hold on. I got another person fucking with me in a different way.
Oh.
God damn it! I hate all this. I hate all this BTS shit. Oh.
Doc, but I'm lost.
God damn it! It was an hour and a half ago, and I didn't see it until I got on the fucking Facebooks. Did you douche me, dude? Did you douche me, Will? God damn you, Will.
Which Will? Any that we know.
You might know if I gave the last name, and you might not.
No, I don't need the last name unless the last name is Stenchever.
Yeah, then we don't need that name at all.
No. I always call him William.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So, dude, you weren't doing what I was. Okay, fucker. White people, man.
I
know, right?
Motherfuckers. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say good morning. I know you guys said good morning to Addie. Good morning, Addie. You know, I don't know. I'm going to leave this up to Kadant. Should we bring the knighted one and the water soldier on?
Do they want to come on?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
So cryptic, Doc. The knighted one.
The knighted one, I'm guessing, would be Sir Adamantine.
Why, yes.
The water one is the one I don't know.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm a dumb cunt anyway.
Unless you're talking about Tennessee Marine.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you bring them on, I'm just going to say, and I have zero qualms with it, but I'm just going to remind you that most of the time it just turns into Adamantine's attempts to woo Tennessee.
Well, you know, Tennessee seems relatively comfortable with that. And I never want to see Addie be a quitter.
Water Soldier. Yeah, I know. I was confused by that too, Tennessee. Oh, welcome back, Crazy. Cozy Straight Jacket. But yeah, no, I was really confused because when I think Water Soldier, I automatically think Navy. I'm like, I don't know anybody in the chat that's in the Navy.
Well,
Marine.
Yeah, the Marines used to technically be part of the Navy.
Yeah, Marines
the
and
Navy
Navy.
SEALs.
Marines and Navy are both like I know there's certain places where they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to be able to go to like schools and get trained together. And Army and Air Force were on the opposite end where actually there's a base not too far from where I live where it's both Army and Air Force. So oh, Tennessee Marine can't get on. Hello, TVPPS. And the Kiwi. If I say
Kiwi, I think. The Kiwi, is that the one?
Kiwi. Department of the Navy. The men's department. Tennessee Marine was saying that I'm guessing he's referring to the fact that if Marines were a department of the Navy, they would be the men's department.
Why, hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
There you go, mate. Hey, Brian, brother.
What up, brother?
Going on, mate?
Not a lot. I just got informed that I had a DM from Twitter like 10 seconds ago. Even though it was an hour old.
Fucking Twitter.
I fucking love that place, right?
Yeah, just like I type back F and twatter.
Hello, Lotus Wolf. And TVPPS, you're kawaii as fuck. They also say, hi, Brian.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I can't let this go. I have to wrench TVPPS.
TVPPS, he goes by Taps. He's one of the people from my Discord server. Same with Kiwi, Wiki Kiwi.
The Kiwi.
Are they a Kiwi or?
That sounds like a song you'd hear in Hawaii.
Kiwi.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't have my ukulele, or I could do a rendition. Oh no, wait a minute! I've never owned a ukulele. Fuck that!
I was gonna say, what are you, a feminist?
Fuck that instrument. It's funny. My niece was like, "Look what I learned to play," and she pulls out a fucking ukulele, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh god!
No.
We used to have a music festival up here, Doc. It was like a big music festival thing. They got rid of it for, guess what? A fucking ukulele festival.
Holy
god!
shit.
Oh god!
That was the gayest shit you've ever seen.
I've seen some pretty gay shit in my life. And, okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna be sending Addie the link hangout or the thermostat picture. Let's see which one it is. Okay.
I'm praying for the thermostat picture.
Oh man, I tell you what. I laughed. I ran down. I took a picture of it. I posted it when she did it, like I think it was like last year. And she's like, I'm gonna kill you for that. And that thing on Facebook got more likes than anything I posted that whole year. Because it promised violence.
Plus, it's relatable as fuck.
Of course.
Oh, damn it. I'm not seeing Tennessee. Did I pass it up?
So, did you guys see the Google Plus is dead?
No, what?
Yeah, Google Plus is dead. They had to shut it down because they had a huge data breach.
Oh shit!
Yeah, right.
Again?
No, this is the one from like I think they found out about it in early March, I want to say, and then they never did anything about it for like until 2 days ago when they shut down Google Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I reckon that's how the apocalypse will start. There'll be a mass data breach and everyone's secrets will be fucking put out there and it'll be just mass riots.
I will throw this at Joke too if he's still up. I kind of felt a little dicky about going on, but I mean, because he had a good groove going on, and I was just like, well, fuck this. I don't have to do the show right now.
mm-hmm.
I can sit back and listen to some more blocks.
Oh no.
Stacks and stacks of wax.
Yeah, you shouldn't really worry about that because most of the time, people that are watching a stream are stream hopping anyway. So they actually are watching like 2 or 3 streams at the same time.
Oh, my wife gets irritated when I do that.
Yeah.
She's like, how can you follow 2 streams? And I'm like, that's pretty easy for me. I mean, I'm somewhere on the spectrum, and apparently I'm on that part of the spectrum that allows me to listen to 2 conversations at once. I mean, like, wait a minute, you know, I said, you're a mom. Haven't you ever had to learn that skill? She's like, I only ever had one child. I'm like, okay, good point. You win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a good morning to you, Lotus Wolf.
Well, so what I do is I put up usually like 3 streams or so, and then whichever one gets the loudest is the biggest dumpster fire, and that's the one I watch.
Of course.
Oh, I don't know. I tuned in time just to hear Warski telling Vamp to shut the fuck up in a very vitriolic way.
Wait,
Didn't he
what?
sound like an ex-girlfriend in that street though? I was laughing. He sounded like a lady.
You respect me.
Well, honestly, I think Vamp could beat the piss out of Andy Warski.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean, what is he like? 140 pounds, maybe?
Well, I'm not going to say what her weight is, but
No, him.
yeah, I know. I'm not going to say what her weight is, but I know her background, and she could take him out.
yeah.
And but it would be nice to hear him just flail and fall to the ground like a bruised gay waiter.
Oh.
Bud. I'm trying to keep up with the chat too, but well, technically, Lotus Wolf, it is morning. We East Coasters are looking at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 5 in the Arvo in Australia in the afternoon.
Well, yeah, that's why the birds were singing.
Yeah. Building their nests and shit.
So let me ask you this. I have to ask you this as a person who has never traveled off this continent. Huntsman spiders. Have you seen them? Do they exist?
Yeah. Are you talking to me or?
Yeah.
Yeah, they exist. I've seen them.
I mean, are they the creepiest little fuckers or what? Have you ever like physically encountered them?
Yeah. I had to get one out of my mum's room ages ago, and I was stoned as fuck. And the cunt just ran at me. I did a flip nearly.
Fuck.
They don't scare me though. I'm more scared of snakes. I hate those fucking cunts. We got like taipans and shit here. They're like the real poisonous ones.
Yeah, you have the most poisonous snake in the world on your continent, right?
Yeah. I think that's a taipan.
Yeah,
Mamba?
Nah, the taipan. That's I think.
Dude,
Yeah.
everything in Australia wants to kill you that comes from nature.
that's true.
I watched a documentary where there was one guy who owned a farm, and he woke up one day and it looked like it was fog, but apparently spiders had drifted and carried the wind and shot their silk, and
Holy
they covered They covered his whole fucking farm in it. It was like a scene out of The Mist.
Holy shit.
That's not that bad. Where I used to live, like I used to live at the very top of Australia when I was a young fella, and they had to like run crocs and water buffaloes off the football pitch before they had a game and shit. That's pretty wild.
Now, I've heard that in Australia, it's not necessarily the things that are poisonous that are the most annoying, but like plovers. I guess plovers are a big problem. I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, they're cunts, man. Magpies and plovers, they swoop you. But there's a trick you do to fuck them up. You get like a chain, and you swing the chain over your head helicopter style. So if they swoop you, they just get fucked up.
Oh, that's great.
Same with the cane toads, man. The cane toads are the fucking worst, man.
What the fuck is a cane toad?
It's like this. It's the ugliest fucking toad you've ever seen in your life, and they're poisonous. And these cunts introduced it like near where I live. So for ages, like every time it rained, it was a carpet of toads everywhere. Like sometimes cunts go to put their work boots on, there's a toad in there and shit.
Wait a sec. We have these toads in my neighborhood.
Yeah, they introduced them to Australia like back in the day to kill these beetles off, and they ended up just taking over half of Australia.
Yeah, now wait a minute. Cane toads are still the ones that you can lick and trip from, right?
Yeah. This chick I used to work with tried to give me a dog because it was addicted to cane toad licking.
Oh
She showed me videos and everything. I wanted that dog. He looked like a mad cunt.
Oh,
But it was fun, mate, when we were younger because we used to play golf with the toads. Like that's how you get rid of them. You just smash them with golf clubs and shit. Because after a while, if you keep smashing these cane toads, like we made a game out of it when we were younger. If you smash them enough, they figure out that this is like a killing area and they leave your spot. So it's pretty. That's how you get rid of them.
I would think like a number 1 or a number 2 wood driver would be kind of fun.
Yeah, the putters were the best, man. They were the best. I remember.
According to Deborah Miller, and here's your wrench, and a very warm welcome to Sir Adamantine.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Adamantine.
Hey, bro.
What up?
You have a rare bit of it might be history, Doc. This is the second time in a row I've been on your stream sober.
Oh my!
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if I've ever done that with anybody.
Check see if there's a blue moon outside.
That is not my fault, people. That is not my fault. I encourage alcoholism at every adult age.
God knows I do.
There we go. But yeah, I watch documentaries. I watch the nature stuff because I'm a boomer, and my sister went to Australia for a month, and they stayed in Sydney.
Sydney's a shithole.
Well, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Australia," and I was like, "Well, don't go any place out of the city because shit will kill you."
I say this to heaps of people, Doc. When you come to Australia, it's not the animals you've got to worry about. You got to worry about being knocked out by a drunk cunt named Kev at the pub. That's what you got to worry about.
Oh shit! Yeah, I honestly was invited down. A friend of mine that I went to school with. She's around Perth.
Okay, yep.
And apparently there's some mining that goes around there, and there are, but not only are there some really scary animals and creatures, but there's also some very beautiful rock formations.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, like boulder or like lightning ridge opals and outback jasper. I mean, there's just some pretty stuff you can't find anyplace else in the world.
Like I reckon where I am now is probably one of the best places to be in Australia because like I'm not far from the Barrier Reef and I'm also not far from the Kuranda rainforest, so it's a bit different country. Like pretty good.
My mom's boss got raped by a dolphin in Australia.
Yeah, dolphins and cunts, man. I told my mates about that. Don't trust no dolphin.
Yeah, first day they're like, hey, do you want to go and swim with the dolphins? He's like, yeah, great. Well, that it was a bottlenose, I think, and that bottlenose became a butt plug,
So
and not willingly became a butt plug. So
he got me too'd by a dolphin.
he got raped by a dolphin,
Yeah, Flipper fucked him.
and here's the worst part: he had to lay up in hospital for the rest of the trip because it ripped his asshole open.
Oh, that.
Jesus.
Dolphins, man. Flipper's a cunt.
Well, dolphins don't carry Vaseline.
I guess so. Poor bugger.
That's yikes. Well, there goes his behind.
Yeah, dolphins just don't care about the people that they want to participate in sex with. But then again, what is it? They found a study that dolphins are. They're like, oh, dolphins are highly intelligent creatures, and they also kill their own for sport.
They're also tasty in a can of tuna.
That's true.
Now, I've had mahi-mahi, but I haven't had actual dolphin. But I wouldn't be opposed to hunting one down.
Wasn't there like a trainer in a SeaWorld that got arrested for jacking off a dolphin or something? For wanking a dolphin off? I remember that a while ago.
Well, I don't know. I guess trainers get lonely too.
Because apparently, like, that's how the trainer got the cunt to do all the tricks and that, was just giving a wank. Weird people, eh?
So they are a lot like humans. Wank me and I'll do anything you want, please. But yeah, Australia is definitely one of the places that I'd like to go.
Really? Australia is one of the 2 places in the world I would never set foot on.
Really? Why?
Because everything will kill you.
No,
I mean, the Australians themselves, they seem like perfectly pleasant people, but your animals are a bunch of cunts.
Well, no, I'd say it'd be around the other way, man. We're more cunts than the animals are. Yeah.
Dude, I would rather take my chances in the outbacks of Australia than in the streets of Chicago.
Oh yeah, but don't you Yanks have like bears and fucking cougars and coyotes and shit? They're pretty wild.
Yeah, but not all over the place.
They're not going to sneak up on you like a spider is or a snake, though.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, they're not too stealthy.
Because I'd way rather run into a snake when I'm walking home drunk than a bear or a fucking cougar.
Well, when I was younger, I'd actually like seen a cougar. You know, a puma, a mountain lion, whatever you want to call it. Like I'd seen one, and you know, it left me alone, and because I was with my baby sister, and we just like continued walking on our way, and it didn't really fuck with anything because it's just looking for like actual food. You know, it's not some random little dickhead like fucking Australia's everything.
I think in one of the Saturday midday streams that I told my my cougar pants story.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this vaguely.
Yeah. Would you like to hear the cougar story that I have?
Oh yeah.
I used to work at a major lingerie company, a Fortune 250. So you can guess which one it was. And of course, they sold clothing. Well, I work customer service. I get a phone call in, and you know, I verify information, and the first thing that the lady says is, "Cougar chewed my pants."
Yeah, I think I remember this.
I'm like, excuse me? Cougar chewed my pants. And I'm like, this has got to be a fucking prank call. It's got to be. So I followed up. Sure enough, she'd bought a pair of jeans. And I was like, oh, do you mean, blah, 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 this? And she's like, yeah, them's the one. I hung them up out on the line, and a cougar came and chewed the crotch out of them.
What
And
the hell did the crotch smell like?
And I'm like, well,
Like
man,
tuna.
I want to make sure I'm providing great customer service to you, but unfortunately, we don't cover animal attacks. But I tell you what I'll do for you. I will go ahead and send it out. I'll send a replacement out to you, but you have to send those pants to us, so we can verify it. And I had her send it. I gave her the address to the call center. 2 weeks later, I have security call me up to the front desk, and they were like, you're not allowed to receive things from customers. And I saw where it was from, because she was in like Arizona, I think.
Yeah.
Arizona or New Mexico or somewhere like that. And I'm like, oh man, open them up. And the security guy's like, what the hell do you? And I was like, no, open them up, dude. I'll tell you later. So he opens them up, and he pulls out a pair of jeans that have had the crotch chewed out of them. And you could tell by the bite marks that it was an actual animal.
Wow.
And he's like, what the fuck is that? And I just turned to him and went, cougar chewed my pants. But yeah, there was some funky shit, but God, that was hilarious. I'm like, you guys got to hang this up on a wall or something. This is awesome. But they didn't, because they're not that kind of company.
Boo.
Our pants passed the cougar test.
Right? Well, I mean, I guess they technically didn't.
Well, and the thing is that, I was thinking the same thing that Kadant was thinking. What did it smell like at the V?
I think Brian already answered that question.
Tuna.
Yeah. He brought the whole thing full circle. It smelled like tuna.
Yeah. Also, what size were they?
She was like a 10.
Okay, so we're not talking human blimp or anything.
Oh, well, no, the place that I work for did not make big girl clothes.
Ah, okay.
That's what their subsidiary Lane Bryant was for.
Oh, you mean the ones that sell the size 3s, aka size 22s.
It's the you're a big girl now sizes.
Yeah, holy shit. When I saw that, fuck. Yeah, no, don't ask how I know these things.
So,
well,
Brian,
you brought it up.
How do you know these things?
Yeah.
I may have dated a rather large woman at one point.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
More cushion for the pushing, as they say.
Let's just put it this way. What?
At least she didn't eat you.
That's true. I actually stopped dating her because she farted on my hand. That's not even a joke. That actually happened.
Would your food taste like shit for a week after?
Oh, shit. No. So she had come over and spent the night, and we were both in bed the next morning, and I was tickling her, and she farted directly on my hand, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "You could have warned me. Get out." And
This sounds like an episode. This sounds like an episode of Seinfeld, like lobster hands.
I am Jewish.
Well, my wife's a big girl, and I kind of like them booties thick.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm for that.
But I think I've told this story too. We just spooned recently, and I'm the big spoon, and I fell asleep, and she farted so hard that it hit me right in the balls and racked my balls and woke me up.
Oh, ew.
Holy shit.
No shit. Just the pure blast of a fart.
God, that's gross. Yeah, no, this was like a bare assed cinnamon dust style fart, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was moist. Woo! What the fuck? And you know, when I told her to get out, I sort of kind of meant like out of the room, but she left the house, so we just never talked to each other again.
Oh wow!
When you go, oh, that's when she's gone now. I didn't realize she was that annoying.
Right?
So now, people out in the audience, if you ever need to break up with somebody, now you know how to do it, and you don't even need to say a word, just a sound.
Silent but deadly.
What is it? The Francine, the valet for ECW, used to say that she loved farts, that she popped for the sound but not the smell.
Ugh.
Hey, you know, those people in New York, you got to worry. Oh man, oh shit, there's more stuff going on.
Yay!
Yeah. BTS, I hate to see it happen too. I mean, I like our I like our gangs, and I like how people are now starting to feel a little bit freer to do crossovers, you know, because I guess there are cliques, but it's just the people that you're used to that you see and you invite on your shows all the time. But I've seen more and more people cross over and go back and forth. And I guess sometimes that just raises conflict. Like personally, I'll just go from my point of view. I'll probably never ever have another conversation with Schmeckel. I know I'll never have another conversation with Worski, because for some reason he fucking blocked me.
You know, I called him a cuck on his own live show, and he follows me.
Yeah, I mean, I got blocked by JF first, and people are saying I should try to get the trifecta and have Chris Worski block me.
I have Jay Dawg blocked me, so that's one of the
Jay
guys.
Dwyer blocked you?
Yeah, I did not even know why. No clue.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
He probably thinks I'm a reptile man or something. Nah.
well, dude, at least they could send, you know, like a fuck you card.
Yeah, what do I do? You can't. I don't even fucking know you.
You know, here, this person blocked you. And then, you know, you get the season's greetings, fuck off and die.
I mean, that'd only be polite.
Yes. And apparently Twitter is becoming more and more polite as we speak.
Oh, yeah? Did you get banned?
I haven't gotten banned in about 2 months.
I don't know how. I mean, I don't want to say it because it'll jinx me, but I've never been, you know?
Yeah, I've never been there.
And I say some horrible shit on Twitter all the time.
It's all about the phrasing.
That's true. That's true.
You can say wickedly mean things as long as you say them in a clever way. What I find,
say it about white people, you'll be right.
What I find funny, and some of these people are my friends, who go around calling people cunts on Twitter, and then they're surprised they get kicked out for 12 hours. Like, duh.
Oh, good morning, Godbotherer 1. I always wanted to wait for Godbotherer 2. I heard it was going to expand on the mythos, but
do you know the lore behind Godbotherer?
No.
There's lore?
There's a whole lore story. If you ever meet him, I know you don't really use Discord all that much, but pretty much everyone knows him on Discord. His lore is that he is like an angry MGTOW who is supremely into politics and will just shout all day, any day about whatever it is he wants to talk about in your chat. It doesn't matter. You could be talking about something completely other than politics, and he'll show up and be like, "Those damn Packies, they showed up in Australia, taking our jobs," and it's like, whoa, where did you come from?
Oh, I got to get him invited to Skull and Cactus then.
Oh my God, yes,
that's the
dude.
Discord he should be in.
We keep trying to get him to come on, to like make his own live stream where he just rants at people because it's hilarious.
Now, wait a minute. Has he ever done voice?
He has his own YouTube channel where I get this. This is actually pretty funny, where he reads scripture and yes, yeah, it's as bad as I think it is. Where he reads scripture and then does like those drive cam videos.
Oh God.
Okay. I'm trying to see if I can play a little bit through the speakers.
Oh, you found his channel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, right-clicking on him, of course. Yes, and he has a running joke that I use MSG in all my food, so I can kill him because he's allergic to it.
So many Christian men are going MGTOW these days. They have Christian women in this flirt to convert lifestyle where they would rather flirt with non-believers to feel as though they have some victory changing.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh,
I might actually have to. I might actually have to listen to this later. So, you got a free sub out of me. Jesus Christ, he's got more subs than I do.
Dude, that the Christian MGTOW circuit is a big thing, man.
I don't know.
Hold on. I need to ask God Brother a question. Where are the Christian sluts, and do you have their numbers? Because I'm asking for a friend, No.
Well, just as a PSA,
Yeah, just put it out there.
The weirdest part is you asked that question, and I could hear his answer already in my head in his own voice. All Australian women are sluts. God damn it!
Well, he's not half wrong. I tell you what.
Oh man,
and that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it?
No, not mine.
Because if you know they're a slut right off the bat, you don't have to marry them.
Oh, I was pretty close. Look in the chat, Byron. You probably already fucked them.
Oh, I hope so.
What, are there only like 2 sluts in Australia and they have to pass them around?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, and they're bogans.
Yeah.
Here's Sheila and Christy. Go at it.
Aussie women like Lebo Islanders and Sudanese dick.
I told you. You start. Oh my God, he's just. Some days it's a little much, but some days it's just what you need.
Okay, well, I'll take a vote. Do you guys want to offer him a link to come in?
Yeah, do it, Doc, do it.
Yeah,
I'll be able to understand him.
Yeah, just in case we have Lord Byron here to translate.
Yep, you probably won't be able to understand me either. Oh well.
And just in case, we've got Brian too.
Yeah, I'm for this. I definitely would like to see him come on the live stream.
Where's he from, Brian? Is he what state do you know?
I don't exactly know. I want to say Queensland, but I don't know shit about Australia. So
he's in the same state as me.
Yeah. All I know is you know Punish Dad?
Yep.
Him and Godfather are here getting fights all the fucking time.
Oh, that'd be fucking funny to hear.
Let's see here.
I'm trying to find him on the Twitter.
I can send it to him on Discord. Do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I got magical booting powers in case he tries to do a raid. So
Yeah, I would give him about, if he goes off on a rant, maybe like 10 minutes, and because he'll just keep going.
Oh, he's from New South Wales. Oh, it all makes sense now.
it's all coming clear to me now.
Yeah,
Well,
of
I
course
don't
we're
know.
always fighting each other, Lotus. That's how we are. We have go.
So what are the Welsh disrespected on two different continents?
Oh, sort of. If you're from Melbourne, that's pretty much like the gay capital of the world. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sydney was, but then it turned to Melbourne.
wait a minute. Are you saying that San Francisco has had their title taken?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's wow. That's a lot of gay.
Oh yeah. It's probably where this guy's from. There. No wonder why he's having trouble with all the women.
You know what the
He's
saddest
from
thing?
Melbourne.
You know what the saddest thing that I ever heard was a buddy of mine who was blatantly gay but never came out in high school. Once he got out of high school, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gay," and he moved to Sausalito. I think it's Sausalito. It was like real close to the Castro district.
Yep.
And I got an email from him, and it just had one sentence: "I can't get laid here either."
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm like, damn. And only thing I could send back is, well, maybe just hang out until the bar closes. See what happens. Because everybody looks good at beer 30.
Oh yeah.
That's
And a
true.
good morning, Numbskull.
Hi, Numbskull.
I've invited Numbskull on too before, but he has rebuked me.
Oh, but for why?
Because he's way smarter than all of us. And
Fair enough.
and he can't waste his time with, plebs. Wait a minute. Melbourne is full of corrupt cops and speed cameras.
Yeah, fuck Melbourne.
If he would just get in the call, he could say all these things on the air.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose when somebody sent you a link.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's just not in the mood to talk.
That's never been heard of. Come
Come on now, don't get ridiculous now.
I will join when I turn my internet on again. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, okay. Those are going to be like, how the hell are you talking now if you don't have your internet on? I thought Numbskull had finally made that breakthrough where you could use, psychic powers to get on the internet. Ah, okay.
Is he just using his phone?
Yeah, he's just using his phone. It's so funny. I went to make a phone call at a family get together, and my nephew comes up and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I just need to call somebody." He's like, "Really? You use that to call people?" And I'm like, "Get away from me, you wise ass." I use a phone to call people. I hate using my phone to get on to the interwebs in any way, unless I'm sitting in the doctor's office and I need to play a pick and click game. But yeah, my phone is actually my phone, and sometimes a camera. It depends if the porn's good enough.
Oh God. No, I use my phone for basically everything, mostly because like my laptop is 4 years old and has trouble running Word, Microsoft Word. So,
Holy fuck.
oh wait, 5 years old now.
You know why I don't use my phone for porn? Because I am constantly afraid somebody's gonna hack my phone and film me jerking it. I really am. Even sometimes I'll be on Twitter and I'll be like, "Oh shit, I better cover the camera. There's boobs in this tweet." You know.
Well, then they probably had to change your name to Big Bear Brian.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God.
What I want to know is where is it, like, if you're watching porn on your phone, like, how are you watching it that you think that the camera angle could even catch you jerking it?
Bro, the selfie camera points directly at your face while you're watching it.
Yes, but that's just your face. That's not the. Who cares what your face like when you're jerking it?
Oh, it looks pretty bad, I'd say.
It looks real bad.
I've never had the chance to look at myself while I'm wanking, but I bet it's probably pretty horrible.
I know, right?
I usually make sure I'm the one holding the camera. We don't need the old tried and true where the guy's fucking and they're showing the fucking, right? And then they have to do the shot of the guy doing the O face before he does the money shot. Yeah, I don't feel in any of my productions that I need to actually show my face and then do the money shot.
Well, yeah, that's why you show the girl's face as the money shot is going all over hers.
Well, yeah, but in the 80s, you will not be able to get away from a single porn. 70s, 80s, and a lot of 90s. You won't get away with what they call in the industry the dog shot. You know, something that you have to switch to real quick. You'll always see that guy doing the face.
Oh, yeah.
And then it switched right back. And as I say that, Viper Sword comes on. And a good morning, Viper Sword. We're talking
Viper?
about church and things that.
Don't be too worried about Viper's innocence. She's drawn. I've seen pictures she's drawn that are a lot dirtier than anything you just said.
Oh boy.
She looks so great in a corset, though.
I have not got to witness that yet. Sad.
She posted it on Twitter.
And by the way,
Oh, did
she loves it when I tell people about that drawing. She's swearing my name right now.
Brian, Godbrother's got a really good question for you.
What did he say?
He says, why does big fat Brian need to watch porn when he's got a girlfriend?
Oh, well, that's simple, because she can't have sex with me 5 times a day.
That's a decent answer. That's a scientific answer.
Yeah.
There you go, Godbrother.
Oh, wow, you weren't kidding about that corset. Jesus, that's awesome.
Oh, you found it?
Yep.
There you go.
Hey.
I have sent her the link so she can defend her corset if she'd like.
Defend? That's amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, defend why she doesn't wear it all the time.
Ah, there we go.
She thinks it's too small.
But it doesn't look like there's anything in that picture that's too small.
Nope. Nope.
Where's this picture? I'm curious now. No. Doesn't look.
It might have been posted on one of my threads. Because I think Cadunt started the whole mess.
Maybe.
Wait, you're the one that convinced her to model it?
I didn't convince her of anything. I was just asking for a show of feminine solidarity. I was trying to be encouraging.
Amazing. This is
Get it up
Your
for
powers. I am in awe of your powers of persuasion.
She's a lady, Brian. They've got their magic powers.
I know, right?
The old vagina's powers.
the vagina voodoo.
I don't know if I do this right, but I'll try to. Here is link inside. Not even inside chat because I'd rather put it to the audience. Now, this isn't a rate my bodice. This is just for your personal information to file away for later, just in case you need it, and it's on a test. There you go. So, enjoy, people. I can appreciate the busty women. I am a booty man, so it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to appreciate.
I'm a both man.
That's it. Nothing wrong with big titties at all.
More of a I'm a come here and straddle this man.
Wording.
Mm.
We wouldn't want to put out the wrong impression there. I already have a fan base that's mostly gay dudes. Surprise, surprise. Fat Ginger cooks meals on a regular basis, has a large gay bear fan base.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm no joke. That's real.
Well, fans are good.
Oh, well, by large, I mean microscopic on a YouTube level.
Well, as long as they're not, sitting outside your house with a machete in one hand and a jar of Vicks Vapor Rub in the other, you're okay.
That's true. I just hope they use the machete first.
Oh, no, because if they do just make the death of 1,000 cuts, they'll put the Vapor Rub in those cuts.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yikes.
I'm a writer. I think of those things.
Mm.
And apparently Numbskull approves. He loves boobs.
I think even gay fellas like boobs, though. I think everyone loves boobs.
It's true.
I don't know. I don't know any gay people in the chat right now.
Have you ever met anyone that hates boobs?
No.
Yeah, I can't say the same.
I hate my own.
Why?
Because they're not pretty like vipers.
I don't know. I saw that belt. They were pretty good.
I tell you what, the only titties that I don't like is like the ones that look like they're melting off the chest and they go in separate directions. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, runny egg tits.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
No,
we
egg tits.
We always used to call those flapjack crack whore tits.
Well, you know what those kinds of tits are, though, right?
They're usually in the African nature documentaries, you know the one.
Well, it's the ones that were they used to be really big, and then they lost a lot of it, usually via pregnancy when they fill with milk. It stretches them out, and then once the milk is out and gone, then they kind of go a little flatter again.
I don't know. I worked with a girl who did not have children, and she had J's.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they pointed to the ground like they were trying to tell you where True South was.
Oh, God.
It was really pretty sad.
I mean, come on, they're Jays. Of course they're going to do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, she's the first person I knew of who had a breast reduction.
No.
Yeah, she went down to. Yeah, because they were
My soul.
It's like
Hello,
it's
God botherer.
Hello.
like somebody hung lawn darts off her chest. I mean, that's how bad that they looked. I mean, they weren't like full. They were stretching down, trying to prove that gravity exists.
They
No,
were scientific titties. They
never.
were science titties.
Were they like water dowsing? Dowsing rod titties. If they pointed a little to the left, that's where the water was.
She could have rented herself out as like a booster seat.
Dude, a booster seat.
But she got reduced down to a D, which because okay, she showed me her tits. She's like, I hate my tits, and she showed them to me, and literally you could barely see the nipples because they were like pointing directly down.
Like,
and then when she got the D's, she's like, oh look, I'm so happy because now they were kind of like one of those old creepy pictures in a mansion. No matter where you go, they just look like they were following you. So,
Godmother, what's your favorite pair of titties?
See, I don't care if they're big or small. It's as long as they're not a gold digging fucking harlot, I don't care.
well, and let us all welcome Godfather.
There you go, mate.
Fucking terrible.
What's that? What's wrong?
Well, I'm in here with a Queenslander, and they're all fucking pissed up a wall on Forex, and have no idea what they're talking about.
Fuck Forex. I'd rather drink VB.
Oh, fuck, even worse. VB.
Where are you from?
Fucking...
Oh, you're from Melbourne, you poof.
I'm not from Melbourne. I go to Melbourne a lot, and it's a fucking shithole full of fucking 7-foot tall Sudanese fucking gangbangers who fucking hate white men. But if it wasn't for white man, they wouldn't have been able to travel to Melbourne on a fucking white man invented plane, and then go and use a white man mobile phone, and then carjack a white man invented car. It's,
What are you talking about? The Apex, Godmother?
yeah, I mean, when I go to Melbourne to visit my family down there, it's every fucking night I go to bed down there. It's almost like I'm in Johannesburg because I have to lock myself in a fucking cage called the house with fucking 4 fucking deadbolts on the door, locks on the windows, back to base alarms. I think, what is this, Johannesburg, or is it mine? It's like, I travelled here via the domestic terminal, not the international terminal, but no, it's Melbourne, Australia. It's just like Johannesburg. The only thing that's different.
Well, all you have to do is just yell out your window, I own farmland, and then see what happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the fucking left-wing multicultural people's democracy of Victoria, you have no right to defend yourself unless you're an ethnic minority, and we don't even have to defend yourself. You just go and beat the shit out of somebody in Federation Square for doing absolutely nothing but just being white, and you get away with that. But if you're protecting your home in Victoria, you're going to jail. Doesn't happen in New South Wales. At least in New South Wales, you can defend yourself in your own home.
Doesn't happen here either, can't.
What, you can't defend yourself in your own home in Queensland?
No, I said we can. Like, that doesn't happen here. You know what I mean? That law, whatever that bullshit law is.
Well, actually, in the Gold Coast, it's starting to.
I'm far north Queensland though. I'm not Brisbane or anything like that.
And a good morning to Everyday Man.
I know. In fucking down the Gold Coast, you got a lot of scumbags down there, and you got the bikie gangs and shit, and they all think they own the fucking town. And whenever you go for a swim at Surfers Paradise, anywhere around Southport, you have to, if you're going for a swim, you always need somebody to watch your bag for you, because it's like going down at fucking anywhere in Brazil when you go to the beach, and all the street kids will just walk across the beach in a big long file, and they'll just steal all your shit off the beach sand. It's not like that. They'll just walk along. If they see anything there, they pick it up.
Fucking hell, eh? I haven't been to Brisbane in a long time. I fucking hated that place.
Yeah, there's not much going for it. But no, I'm in the beautiful fucking New South Wales, which is pretty much bought and paid for by fucking Chinese Communist Party corrupt cash.
Yeah, that is true.
You drive around Sydney and you always have some squinty-eyed fucking sewer rat spoon who fucking just drives out in front of you and stops on the middle of the main road with a fucking Mercedes-Benz they've bought and paid for with fucking bent commie party cash, and they stop, and when you hit the horn, they just look at you and go, "Oh, sorry," and just fucking continue sitting in the middle of the road waiting for a break in traffic. You fucking PowerPoint, you fucking slope-headed cunt.
Well, okay then.
Never fails to deliver.
Well, actually, I'd kind of like to get the unique perspective of someone who doesn't live here and doesn't have to deal with it. Have you guys been following the Kavanaugh hearings?
Oh, nah. I heard a little bit about it.
We don't really watch Australia's media because it's all left-wing bias, multicultural crap that panders to fucking helicopter parents and women who think that they are qualified in everything and anything in life, all because I got fucking kids. So, you know, the women who think because they squirt a fucking child out of their genitals and think that they're qualified to work for NASA and send satellites into outer space. Yeah, those type of fucking whores. The ones who sit back, collect welfare, or the ones who've got super rich husbands who do all the hard work for them and pay for their fucking cruisy bloody housewife lifestyle, but like bitching about their husbands in the cafes while they sip on coffee paid for by him.
Oh, yeah. And good morning, Cloak and Dagger. Well, Viper, I did send you the link if you would like to drop in. Tennessee's not feeling it tonight.
So, Byron, how do you have to deal with all those dumb, spastic, fat slut fucking professional fucking housewives who think they know everything in the world because they're a mum? How much of that bullshit you have to put up with your way?
Sort of, but mate, it's just the women. Like, it's just the women and the fuckwits. It's just blokes here, you know what I mean? Blokes. It's like sort of half country, half suburban sort of thing where I'm from. So it's just sort of blokey shit. None of that real booky shit.
So basically, you have places where you can hide the bodies.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Oh,
that's I was born and raised in Sydney, and I had to get out of the shithole because it's full of fucking Asians, triads, Middle Eastern organised crime gangs. It's full of fucking just parasites from the third world, and the whole place is getting taken over by fucking slope-headed fucking butt-tooth fucking mothballing cabbage reeking fucking parasite sewer rats that have got absolutely no sense of fucking civilization in them. I mean, they build all these sky-rise apartments in Sydney, and you have these mainland Chinese. They move into these fucking 2-bedroom apartments, and they fit every family member in the master bedroom, and then they turn the spare bedroom into a menagerie of fucking pets and animals, and they fucking dynabile bloody cages to the wall where they put all their chickens. They put down builder's plastic, stick dirt there, grow vegetables. They have fucking irrigation sprinkler systems in their fucking lounge room, so all the chicken shit just drops down. And this is in the middle of Sydney, in Sydney's fucking suburban area, where these high-rise apartments, and they do all this shit. So they spend a few $1,000s on a little hobby farm in their apartment because, civil vegetable! It's like you live in an apartment that's right next to a fucking supermarket where you can buy vegetables. No, save money too expensive. Grow. This is what we do back at home. For fuck's sake. And they have fucking animals and shit running around their apartments. They're absolute fucking grots, they are. But, they're smart enough to be in our university. Somehow, they're in every Sydney university, it's 90% fucking slopehead. There's just fucking slopeheads galore because the Chinese Communist Party money is what's fucking propping up our universities. And our universities are funded by the Communist Party. That's why our government's too fucking afraid to bloody say anything to China. They don't say anything about the South China Sea islands going up because, our universities will lose money. And all the universities are owned by the government. So,
Sir Adamantine?
Yes, sir.
I just have this sense that you have a question that you'd like to ask.
Actually, I was kind of falling asleep sitting up. What kind of question did you think I might want to ask?
I don't know. It was just a feeling. Because I don't necessarily like Chinese food, but I don't have much of a problem where I live because, of course, it's a ghetto, and Asians don't live in ghettos unless it's their own country. But yeah,
They move into a good city and turn it into a ghetto, which is what they've done to Sydney, which is what they've done to Melbourne.
I don't know. I still want to visit. I still want to visit Australia one of these days.
Yeah, you're not going to be missing much.
Don't touch anything.
All that Sydney is just a fucking a harbour bridge with an opera house and a bunch of fucking Chinese restaurants and Middle Eastern organised crime gangs and Pacific Islander thugs and single mums in the fucking western suburbs that complain.
I thought there'd be a lot of fuckheads. I thought there'd be heaps of fuckheads drinking coffee and, you know, heaps of fuckwits and shit.
Oh, that's in the east. In the west, it's all,
Well, I got fucking kids and I want more shit for me kids and fucking, you know, I'm like thinking of fucking kids, cunt, you know, I got fucking kids.
I mean, the reason why the fucking motorways that go in and out of Sydney's western suburbs, like the M4 and M5, they're so fucking wide you could park 3 fucking commercial airline jets on the fucking things, is because you always get some fucking asshole Western Sydney fucking welfare bum or some fucking dipshit from Western Sydney that just worships their children, and they complain to the government, oh, I fucking missed fucking kissing my kids goodnight, like, can I have another lane on the M4 so like I can get out of Mount Druitt sooner? So just so they can get another 5 minutes earlier home, they fucking put another lane on the M4 to make it a little bit wider, just so they got another 100 metres of overtaking to overtake some cunt a little bit slower than them. Because it's all about the kids. Meanwhile, the rest of New South Wales is a crumbling fucking arid fucking desert dive. Well, it's a big hole in the ground for the fucking mining companies, all fucking owned by the Chinese Commie Party as well.
So I'm going to guess, and this is a leap of logic for me, Godfather, that you're part of the Australian Travel Bureau.
No. No, not at all.
I don't know. You've done some good advertising here for him.
No, I've done everything possible to tell people, don't go to fucking Sydney. It's a shithole. It is full of fucking slowpeds. It's nothing but an enormous fucking real estate fucking portfolio for fucking gooks. It's run by crooked, corrupt bankers who fucking sit there in Martin Place, Sydney. It's fucking full of Middle Eastern organised crime gangs who get away with fucking murder while they sit on our welfare and have never fucking paid into it, and then they send their welfare money off their fucking terrorist relatives over in the Middle East. And then you got Pacific Islanders who just fucking walk around fucking high on cocaine, and then they go to the nightclubs and fuck the shit out of every dumb white slut who thinks, oh, I'm going to be cultured and get some fucking mud dick up my cunt hole.
What the fuck? That's great.
Well, okay. Well, at least they got their priorities in order.
Yeah, Sydney's full of Asians and Middle Eastern organised crime gangs. Melbourne's full of fucking ethnic, multicultural, melting pot Marxist diversity and university fucking left-wing, greeny fucking champagne socialist layabout university students. Tasmania's a fucking tree-hugging dump. South Australia was good, but all the curry munchers are going there. West Australia's full of curry munchers and Afghans and South Africans. Curry munchers are dotheads. They put a dot on their forehead and worship thousands of gods. You know, there's a god in everything. We believe in gods in cow shit. That's why we don't eat the cow. Perth is full of expat South Africans who love telling you that South Africa is the greatest country in the world, but they're all moving out of South Africa because it's a fucking corrupt ANC-run shithole where they worship Nelson Mandela. And
that's it. Every South African I've met has been a wanker.
yeah, they They're all, wow, we're from the great South Africa. Rugby's a great sport. Rugby's a fucking cuddle pile where they make the rules up as the game fucking goes along. And they all tell you that, South Africa's a great country. The great South Africa. Well, why did you get out of South Africa? Oh, that's right. It's full of fucking niggers who want to fucking rape you and murder you.
So Viper Sword in the chat spitting some hot fire here. What has happened to that good prison we had back in the day?
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh.
I don't know. You know, I had faith in the Australian system because, you know, I've watched the first 5 seasons of Wentworth. It looks like they got the women under control.
No, they're not under control. That's why they sit around in shopping malls sipping on their husband's money called lattes, and then they bitch about their husbands.
My fucking husband's such a fucking cunt. He comes home and expects I have dinner ready. It's a hard fucking life being a mum because I'm going to run around after fucking kids.
So-
Aussie women are lazy, and they fucking learn how to be better housewives and more empowered women by sitting their fat asses on the couch 12 o'clock in the afternoon, tune into Channel 9 and watch Ellen DeGenerate, a fucking bald-like lesbian, teach them how to be better housewives, better mothers, and better women.
Now, I've always said that I never thought Ellen DeGeneres was a good comedian anyway.
Yeah, she is the most unfunniest motherfucker I've ever fucking seen.
So what's the opinion of everybody here? Did you ever hear her do stand-up? Did you ever like it?
She was not great. I mean, it comes off as like wholesome comedy, you know?
Yuck.
It's really just gross and not funny.
Pussy comedy.
I don't like comedians, period.
Wait a minute. No comedians?
Well, I like George Carlin, but since he's dead, he doesn't really count anymore. So yeah, I don't like.
What about Norm Macdonald?
No, I don't like any of them.
Holy.
You know,
comedians have a really bad habit of not being funny. You can put them in a sitcom and they can be funny, but when they stand on a stage, it's always just pathetically unfunny to me.
I've actually started to get an appreciation for Norm now.
Oh, his shit. He's so subtle, but he will fuck with people constantly. Like his show. Norm has a show on Netflix. He's literally, you know, the whole time he's sitting there literally making fun of the person he's interviewing.
Yeah.
and he goes and he does these interviews. Like he was on The View a couple of times. And when he's there, they'll say something to him that's like, did you know that women make less than men, right? He'll be like, well, maybe they should become better negotiators, you know, like just
he gives no shits.
No, he doesn't give a fuck. It's great.
Oh, and Good Morning, Punished Dad.
Uh-oh.
Punished Dad is a welfare recipient, fucking bucket con smoking fucking dickhead.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Well, no, wait a minute. Have you ever talked to Punished Dad?
Yeah, he's about as much use as a fucking one-arm wallpaper with an itchy ass.
Oh no.
What?
I don't know if I want to turn this into a shit show now. I'm conflicted.
Well,
wait. Now you're asking that question?
Let me tell you this. It's going to be a dumpster fire if you do.
I have had a lot better conversations with fucking burnt out fucking Datsun 180Bs in the fucking bush trails than what I've had with Punished Dad.
Well, apparently he is here to take names.
Uh-oh, fuckwit.
Uh-oh, here we go. He said you're an incest baby. What do you say to that?
Yeah, coming from a guy who lives on Aboriginal welfare on an Abo reserve and smokes weed every day, yeah, okay, whatever.
Incest baby, that's an incel because he doesn't have a sister to fuck.
See now, what's starting right now sounds a lot more promising than stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Punish Dad, you do realise that South Australia is made up of a mixture of British and German people, whereas where you're from is just one race.
The Aboriginal race, brother. Yeah, you just sit around all day waiting for the goannas to come out so you can eat them. Yeah, we're going to eat a goanna. How's it going, cuz? Hey, you got a spare $1 for us? Yeah. You walk around the fucking shops, you ask all the white fellas, they got a spare $1 for the bus? Yeah. That's right, you're going to spend it on bike, not on bus fare, you cunt.
Wait, God, brother, you're from South Australia?
Yeah.
That's a fucking shithole, cunt. What are you talking about?
You're calling my part of the world a shithole when you're from the shittiest shithole in Australia that gets blown over every fucking summertime because you have these intense lows called cyclones that come down, blow you cunts off the map, and then you got to rebuild it with all your palm fronds and fucking rocks. All right, whatever.
Mate, I live in the fucking tourism capital of Australia, cunt.
Oh, what? Sydney Opera House? You live in that, do you?
Fuck that, cunt. I live near Cairns, you dickhead.
Oh, Cairns, yeah. What's there to do in Cairns? Go scuba diving? What else? I don't know. You go scuba diving and come out with a stinger wrapped around your neck? What else is there to do? Go to the beach? What do you do on the beach? Can't do much at the beach because there's blue bottles that fucking sting you? All right, well, what about the rivers? Can't go to the rivers. There's fucking crocs in there that'll eat you.
Yeah,
what else is there to do at Cairns? Because
you're a fuckwit cunt. Because you're a dumb cunt city fuckwit that doesn't know how to handle himself in the bush because you're a fucking baby cunt.
I don't think Australia's ever gotten this much attention in the US before.
You don't say.
So you're up in Cairns, mate. Well, all you do is like just sit around wondering what the fuck to do because you can't do nothing in the water because one half of the year you get stung and the other half of the year you get eaten. So like, what's the fucking living up in that shit, old cunt?
Well, it sounds better than when you're living, cunt.
No, where I live, it's much better than your shit. Oh, at least we can swim in the water without getting fucking eaten, cunt.
Mate, SA is full of fucking churches, priests, pedophiles, and puss, mate. That's all that's there.
No, you want to see pedophiles? Go to Sydney and just go for a little jog around the Masonic Temple. You'll see them all walking in and out of the fucking big Masonic Temple there. That's all Freemasons do.
I mean, you might...
What do you reckon? There's lizard people too there? You fucking idiot.
Of course there is. Didn't you realise that Sydney is like the Wall Street of Australia? You got Martin Place. That is Sydney's Wall Street. What do you think all those bankers are? What do you think all those fucking high rollers are? They're all grubs.
I don't know. I'm almost tempted. Punish Dad said, "Fuckwit Freeway wishes he was from the bush, but he's just a faggot living in Adelaide City, wishing his parents gave birth to a girlfriend for him."
Oh my God!
Knockout shotgun.
I mean, you might as well send them the link. It's already a dumpster fire at this point.
I don't think he follows me.
Hey, Punish, the best part about South Australia is you'll never go there, so that's what I love about it the most, is that you'll never go there. But I love the wine, I love the seafood.
You're a wine drinking, cheese eating fuckwit, eh?
I am
having a wine and cheese party, you fucking.
What do you do? You sit back with the fucking VB in your hand and just think, what are we gonna fucking do? Oh, it's a fucking Mozzie, cunt. Now do I bring the fucking Aeroguard? I've got the fucking Mozzies on me, cunt. Fucking Western Aeroguard. Where's the fucking Aeroguard? I'm trying to enjoy my fucking beer, cunt. Fucking Mozzies? Fucking Mozzies eating me?
God, you're a country club sitting fucking big cash cabin fuckwit, mate.
Oh yes, that's right. I have style, I have sophistication, and I enjoy my games of polo because I can get the horses out and I can ride the horses around as I play my polo.
Here we go. He said it his true self out. He's a fucking pom. Putting on an Aussie accent.
No, it's called a sophisticated Australian. This is what we all used to sound like before you bogans just butchered the English language.
Oh, I called you a bogan. You gonna take that?
I am a bogan cunt, and I'll tell you what, we gave more culture to this country than you fuckwits will ever do.
What culture did you bring to Australia? Meat pies,
rock and roll, diarrhea. Fucking
rock and roll.
AC/DC, one of the best fucking bands.
AC/DC, the band that repeats itself again and again and again, where every song sounds the same. That's right. All AC/DC is just the same fucking chords and the same lyrics. Australia have a whole heap of retarded drug fucking baby boomers who blow all their money on making these motherfuckers famous, and that's why they're rich, or because spastic baby boomers high on acid thought,
Yeah, let's be fucking strong and fucking follow Aussie fucking bands. Yeah.
Wait, I thought AC/DC was actually from New Zealand.
No, they're all.
no, actually, there's only one member of AC/DC who was born in Australia, and that's the drummer. The rest of
What
them are all
about-
fucking foreign.
What about the Angels? Can't deny the Angels, fuckface.
Yeah, actually, they were good. The Angels had talent.
There you go. I thought they were more Aussie than fucking AC/DC.
Yeah, they are. All the Angels were born. No, Doc Neeson was born in Northern Ireland, but the rest of them were born here.
What music do you listen to then, cunt?
Hey, Doc, I'm gonna drop off.
Okay, because I know it's hard to take. Sobriety sucks when you're listening to these conversations.
I'm just falling asleep. I need to go to bed.
But I appreciate your tenacity, sir. Thank you very much for stopping by. And
I will. Oh, they already all know it. Let them get back to their whatever the hell this is.
well, but you, do your
It
quick
is-
plug.
Just let
Just
this
yeah,
cunt
I
scream
get
to
drunk on Saturdays and stream it.
Okay, there you go. So,
Have a good night, everyone.
Thug life.
Thank you for stopping by, Addy.
Catch you, mate.
Well, and the door has been unlocked, so we will see if we'll get another Australian drop in.
You mean Australian reject? One of those types of people who sits back on his Aboriginal reserve smoking marijuana and watching hardcore pornography because he's got fuck all else to do every day.
You know, I kind of envy that life. But I can't afford anything. So only thing
What
I
do you
can
do? Is it,
masturbate
can I ask
for
you a
free.
question quick?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Doc. God, brother, what do you fucking do? You sound like a miserable, boring cunt. But to be honest, I'm not even talking about you as a bloke. You just sound like a fucking miserable, boring cunt.
Oh yeah, coming from a guy who just sits up in cans and just fucking drinks cans while he's sitting back in cans, just fucking like, what's there to fucking do, cunt? Yeah, or you calling me a boring cunt? Fuck me. Like, I'll tell you what, once you fucking sober up and fucking do something with your fucking life, you'll realise that the fucking shithole that you live in, that you're so parochial about because it happens to be where you fucking
Oh, here we
parents
go.
died of
Big long fucking bullshit rant from you again. No one gives a fuck, cunt. We're laughing at you. You know
No
that?
one
You know
gives a
we're
fuck,
laughing
cunt.
at you because you're a big loudmouth wanker.
No one gives a fuck, cunt, because, like, fuck, I'm important because, like, I fucking, you know, like, fucking drink beer and think I'm, like, fucking hardcore, cunt, you know?
Oh, mm. Get daddy here. You deal with this fucking wanker.
There we go. Kadan,
Actually, I might as well get some, I might as well put a bottle of wine in the fridge if I'm going to have to last all night with these motherfuckers. I'll put a bottle of wine.
Oh, I hope you don't last more than 5 minutes because I'm really sick of you, cunt. You boring.
Oh, you're
fuck.
fucking sick of me, eh? Because, like, you fucking just want to sit back and enjoy VB and listen to some fucking acca-dacca while you sit back pulling your dick over like
It
some
would be-
fucking two girls, one cup.
I tell you what would be more interesting than listening to your fuckwit cunt carry on for fucking hours. Shut up, you
Fucking
dickhead.
fucking cunt. Yeah, fucking go and listen to some fucking acca-dacca scream about fucking blow-up dolls and fucking, yeah, you fucking cunt.
Well, go listen to some fucking orchestra and go to your wine farm, you fuckwit.
Oh, actually, I would like to go to the Opera House because they're displaying an advertisement on the richest horse race, the Everest. Oh, yeah, the richest horse race in the world, which I do intend on going to, which it's going to be rather dashing. I think I'm going to put a bet on the Everest.
Yeah, good
See
on you,
what
cunt.
big money involved,
Yeah, good on you, cunt.
and I'll go to the opera. Whether I should whether I should listen to the opera in Italian, German, or French. I'll have to select an opera. Italian opera is more romantic than French opera.
Kadan, are you still with us?
Now she got sick of fuckwit over here.
Yeah, I see an avatar, but there might have been a loss for concern of life at this point.
Oh, well, I was dying pretty hard in the background. Maybe she stopped breathing.
All right, how's it going, Doc? Brian,
Hey,
Warren,
Come
how's
on,
it
Dad.
going, boys?
And
Hold on. I'm gonna crack a cold one for this. Hold on.
hey, welcome
Alright,
to
I'm
the
ready.
chat, Gabba.
Fucking
What
some
the
cunt
fuck
like
did you
drink-
just call me? What the fuck did
I
you
said
just call me?
I said Godbother's nemesis.
Okay. Good recovery. Good recovery.
What a fucking banging cunt.
You guys are
fuck,
fucking
man.
talking over me.
I'm not his nemesis. His nemesis is his parents for not fucking breeding a girlfriend for him. That's some real shit right there. That's South Australians for you. Every cunt from Adelaide wishes they were fucking their sister. If they didn't have a sister, then they're an incel, like our friend Godbother here.
It's fucking just absolutely retarded how somebody like you is so culturally insular of your own country. You fail to understand that South Australia has more ethnic diversity when it comes to genetics than what you do, because we are a mixture of British and German and Austrian and Italian, and we even got Italian women. So yeah, you're calling us the land of incest. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, you sit around in your fucking outback fucking Abo reserve, and all you have is the people within your little fucking community.
Oh, all in your own community, cunt. You know, like you gotta fucking drive about 3 hours anywhere.
Say
so
that,
you can,
fuck
get a
with.
coverage.
Right, this is all you've got. Every fucking time I speak to you, you tell me I'm an abo living on a fucking
This is
reserve.
what you've
You
got.
couldn't
You're
be
telling me
further-
I'm fucking. You're
further
telling me
from
I'm
the
a fucking
fucking-
incest, dude. And
yeah,
then
I'm
that's
telling
all
you the
we do.
fucking truth.
You look
You're a
in the
fucking
mirror, you
incel.
fucking
You're an
Bergen cunt.
incel.
Look in the fucking mirror. You're a retarded, drug fucked piece of shit with the IQ of a set bag of cement. You are a fucking retarded dipshit cunt. You have no fucking ground at all to stand on because it's all sand and fucking arid drought, and it's fucking moves under your feet because you're too shit-faced drunk to even stand on
Calm
it
down,
properly.
cunt. Calm down.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I'm sorry. Lotus in the chat. Now I have to listen to what I hear every fucking day.
Yeah.
What,
This is
so
a
wait
common
minute.
occurrence.
What the hell is a bogan?
White trash, pretty much.
These two
Australian white.
cunts from the northern
But
part.
unless
of
you're South Australian, most people actually don't mind a bogan because they're
Yeah.
pretty harmless cunts. They just
And most of them are hard working, hard drinking cunts.
Bullshit!
Unlike
They
you.
sit around all day collecting welfare. They piss
Just
their
hold
welfare
on,
checks
hold on.
away within 4
Hold on.
hours.
You're
of
not
them
talking
getting
about
their bank
bogans, you
account.
fucking retard.
And then they go around
Hold on.
stealing fucking good people's shit. They key my car. They steal my shit. And they're like, well, what fucking
Oh, you got a car?
car?
You got a fucking car, do you fuck? What do you drive, mate? Come on.
What do you drive? Oh, that's right. You fucking burn it out to have your corroborate.
You want to know what I
Paid for by
drive?
the
I have a
taxpayer.
2010 black Holden Cruise. What do you drive, fuckwit?
You drive a Molotov cocktail built by trade unionists. Whatever, cunt.
Yeah, and what, fuckwit, do you drive?
A
He
fully
drives-
imported
He
Japanese
wishes-
fucking Mazda 6 Turbo.
What year?
2006.
I didn't hear the car. What
Mazda
was it?
6 Turbo.
I don't even
No,
know.
no, he said fully imported Japanese Mazda 6 Turbo. Quote fuckwit just now is what he said. He said it's from 2006.
Yeah, it's after I bought it from the fucking importers. I didn't fucking buy it from a dealership. I bought it from a dealership. I got it aftermarket, which was a Japanese. It was originally in Japan, driving around the streets there. So you get them aftermarket, where they got all the turbos and shit that Australia's laws won't allow you to have at the fucking dealership. So you get them with all the fucking improvements, because you get the cars from Japan secondhand better than what you get them in the dealerships in Australia. So there you go, fuckhead. Bet you didn't know that, did you? No, not at all. Well, I don't want to
Yeah,
drive around in
I
some
bet you know
shit
everything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm also not a faggot that goes around buying fucking Japanese cars and shit, but alright, mate.
You bought a fucking Australian car built by trade unionists and those things catch on fire.
you. Thank you. Who's
And
fucking
they
will
catch on
Australia
fire
then,
because
mate?
they're shit boxes.
Well, I'll fucking let you know when that happens, won't I?
Yeah.
100,000 Ks in so far. Where's the fire, cunt?
Mine's about 200,000 Ks and still driving like it's new. So.
How much was it at when you bought it?
Wait, hold on. Can I ask you a question? Godbrother,
No.
are you really a 34-year-old fucking virgin, cunt?
Yes.
What the fuck? All right, five time, boys. I've just knocked
Yeah, that one's never old. This here, folks, is an actual incel.
No, I'm a Volcel. I've volunteered.
Sounds like you're
No.
involuntary,
Alright.
cunt.
So, fuckwit, why have you not fucked a girl yet?
Yeah, this is
Why,
actually quite.
why does it bother you? Why does it bother you that I
Because I
have
have fucked a
standards
girl.
and morals?
So I have
Wow,
fucked a girl. I'm not
would you like a
35 yet,
medal?
mate.
Would you like a medal?
Yes, please, give me one. You won't get one.
I don't want one.
I can take it.
I bet you they got,
Yeah.
brother. If you got,
All right, then, fuckwit. Why do you not want to fuck a girl?
Because you've probably squirted your fucking man goo inside, and I don't want
man. Fuck off, dude. You don't want to dip into my sloppy seconds? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that I fucked your sister on you.
I would rather play. I would rather play hide and seek in the fucking Chernobyl reactor than fuck a chick who you have fucked.
Okay.
Because I think it's a
That's
lot
all right.
safer. I think it's a lot safer to fucking play hide and go seek in a fucking melted down fucking nuclear reactor in a fucking former Soviet
Are you
state.
saying that you don't
It's a
want to
fucking
fuck
chick
a
that you
girl
have
because-
fucked.
Are you saying you don't want to fuck a girl because you're scared of STDs?
Well, who isn't? Oh, you're not.
Well, you know how you fix that, right?
Yeah, you don't have sex.
You slap a fucking dinger on your dick, mate.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't
fuck
protect
it,
their
yeah.
Condom.
Or
No,
you're rude
condoms
as
are
shit.
bullshit.
That's not a fucking dog, you idiot.
You
So
know,
now, I don't know what
dickhead.
girls from South Australia are like, because you're right, I'm never going to
Yeah.
fucking go there.
Yeah, fuck it.
But if you're that worried about fucking STDs, man, shit. I don't know how fucking grotty those girls are.
you know what I heard? I heard if you blow out the vagina like a Nintendo cartridge, then it's all good.
What? No. Fuck, wait, you're not allowed to laugh at that. You're not allowed to laugh at that.
Yeah, you don't even know what one looks like, probably. You can't.
Oh shit! Oh my
You haven't seen one since you fell out of one, you fuckwit.
Wait, fuck me. Do you import your porn as well? Do you really watch like Jav shit?
Oh, Japanese porn. That should be called why bother porn. It's all pixelated and pointless.
I kind of agree with him on that.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's why I don't watch it.
Well, yeah, but the Japanese do such a shitty job with pixelating their porn. You can tell what's going on anyway.
Yeah, but it always
Well,
sounds like a
That's
dying
intentional.
dog.
They
too.
do that because they get fined for every frame the genitals aren't blurred out. Every frame.
That's so
Well,
fucking
yeah, but they pixelate it so poorly that you can still tell what's going on. So they're beating the system there.
Yeah, good. Good on them. Fuck yeah. Fuck that system. That's a shit system. That's shit. You know what? I was looking into those laws and why they do it, and I discovered that Japan made possession of child porn illegal in 2014.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah! 2014, it was finally illegal to possess it. Now,
Why did you
had
have to
forced them into...
Why did you have to research that law for, Punish Dad? Are you sort of trying to find?
Did I
one
say I was
a
researching
racist?
that law, or did you
Wait,
fucking...
were you trying to
Take
look
your
for a
ears out,
racist
cunt,
word?
and
Were you
listen to the
looking
part
for
where
a
I said I was
racist-
looking
a
into...
racist word you're looking for? Oh, you dirty
I was
grub!
looking into the censorship law
You're
as to why
looking
they have
for a
to
racist
censor
word to
genitals.
get your jollies off, you grub.
I mean, just,
Well, all right. There's other people here. Is that not interesting as to why they have to fucking censor genitals?
But why were you looking at
It is
looking for
kinda
that other
interesting.
law?
Like, has that never intrigued anybody else here? Like, why the fuck do they do that? So
Yeah,
I went
I
and
just-
looked it up.
I just thought it was a weird taboo they had. Like, vaginas are really sexy there.
No, they have to conceal
They
it.
do some
Sideways.
form of vagina binding or something.
Did you know that the age of consent in Japan is 13?
Yeah, that too. I think they need permission from the parents. Now, the really fucked one is the Philippines, where it's 13 without restrictions.
However, well, as Punished Dad and fucking Byron wouldn't know this because, well, they're bogans and they never travelled because
Australia's the greatest country in the world. Why don't you fucking travel out of the greatest country on the earth, cunt?
Do you not like Australia? I guess, all right, no, that makes sense, really. I wouldn't like Australia either if I was living in fucking South Australia.
Have you ever
Fuck
travelled?
that.
Have you ever travelled at all, Punished Dad?
Yes, I went to Japan. I've been to Tasmania.
I've lived in SA before. It was a fucking shithole.
Oh, fuck that. This is
Yeah, when I
awful.
was young fella.
All right, you know what? Fuck it, I've already told you about this. The chick from Adelaide I was talking to, and we're quizzing her on how stupid she was. She's from Adelaide, right? Now get this. Adelaide is the capital city of South Australia. There's some fucking good Aussie law for you, right? Now I asked this bitch, what is the capital city of South Australia? She lives in Adelaide. She said Perth.
I call bullshit on that because Adelaide is South Australia is the most capital city centric state, and Adelaide is basically
Yeah, and this dumb bitch from Adelaide didn't know she was living in the capital city.
I call bullshit on that because no South Australian is that dumb.
I've met you, buddy.
Yeah, you really didn't. Don't
You're
you,
not
cunt?
making a good case there.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
fucking hell.
It kind of seems to me that you can fuck stupid women too.
Oh,
Well, anyone who has
fuck with there's dumb sluts like that living in Adelaide, mate. Your city, and you still haven't gotten a root.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think I was so successful?
Punished Dad, how many fucking pills did you have to spike her fucking drink with in order for her to consent with your fucking grossness? I mean,
I was fucking with shit. I was talking to her on Skype.
You are fucking hideously fucked.
Well, hold on a sec. But you said consent, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Brian, you are a smartass.
That's pretty much a some versus none argument, though.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, cunt. That's what I have to
You
say.
can't
Jeff.
fuck yourself, cunt, like fucking, I live in the greatest fucking country on earth, cunt, and the fucking listen Akadaka, or I drink me VB, fuck you, cunt. Oh shit, me VB's fucking empty. Where's me de facto to get me another fucking can from the fucking fridge?
You finished yet, cunt? Everyone's bored of you.
Oh, I forgot. Where's
Yeah,
me
I don't
fucking
think.
can?
Look. So it sounds like you have to deal with a whole lot more Aboriginals than I ever have. Because I've met like two.
You're the one who's got to
my
fucking
entire
live them all,
lifetime.
cunt, because you fucking live with them, brother. Yeah, you live with them. You got to deal with them. You got to fucking smoke pot with them. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
I,
Shut
I would
up, you
fucking,
fucking
I would
virgin.
fucking smoke pot with them.
I didn't
You're a
think we had
fucking
any
virgin,
people
God,
that
brother.
Aboriginals.
God, brother, you don't even know what pussy looks like, let alone what fucking how the world works. Shut the fuck up, cunt.
So you're just like, do you know what you're like? You're like those fucking mothers in Western Sydney, you think, because they've squatted out kids that they know everything about the world. So you're just like them with,
I know the fuck's handful. I know
Hold on,
fucking
hold on.
handful.
Fuck me.
God,
Why
brother,
haven't
can I
you
get a one in
squirted
the
out
chat?
kids, mate?
Can I get a 1 in the chat if you think
I'm
being
already
a
typing one.
limits your life fucking experiences? How about that? Can I get a 1 in the chat for that? If you're a virgin, does
Yeah.
that limit your life experience? Put a 1 in if you reckon. We'll see. We'll
Fuck,
see what
I
the chat
agree with
goes.
that.
all you have done
Big
is
old
sat
daddy
in
one.
cans your entire
Well,
life, drank VB, watched porn.
In fact, Brian
Didn't I
said
just
I
say
don't
I
know
lived-
what to do.
Didn't I just say I lived in South Australia before, you fuckwit?
No,
Yeah,
you're fucking
yeah,
full of
yeah.
shit, cunt. You're full of shit,
The
cunt. You're
Tennessee
just talking
Marines
shit,
says
cunt.
one.
Yeah, 1.
Byron said one, of course.
Yeah, BT said 1.
Yep, BT, we got a one.
Yeah.
And a good morning to you, Chop Top.
Hey,
What up,
chop,
Chop
chop.
Top?
Yeah, chopped up. You just walked in. What do you reckon? Do you reckon being a virgin limits your life experience? Put a 1 if agree. Lotus says 7. That's 7 ones. That's fucked up.
God, brother, what'd you put in your favorite fucking Bible verse, you dickhead?
John 17. Ugh. He come down from the sky and taught us all about
Oh, shut up, you stupid God bothering cunt.
Everyday
fuck.
Man 69.
That's
you are
69 ones.
You're a
Holy
big
fuck,
guzzling
man. That's a lot of ones.
You're a
dude.
Bible bashing wanker cunt.
You're a big guzzling bogan with the
Yeah.
fucking.
Hell
At
yeah,
least I
man.
admit what I am,
Fuck yeah.
cunt. At least I admit what I am. At least I'm not a fucking.
I mean, no, he does totally admit that he's a fucking incel as well, though. So.
Oh, he's a Volcel. That's way better, Dad. That's way better, Dad.
I swear, I volunteer to not fucking get
And,
pussy.
it's fucking drug fucked bogan cocksucking
I'm
cunts
from
like
South
you
Australia.
two who are the
Nobody
reason
cares
why
about
I would
that.
rather holiday overseas than in Australia because
Well,
with
if you do
fucking
holiday
faggot
somewhere,
asses like you around,
Mate,
it's
it's
gonna-
not our
Hold on,
fault
hold
you're
on.
so self-hating against your own country, alright? That's not on
Hold
us.
on.
That's on you.
Because
dude.
all you
That's
do
a
is
you
you hang
problem.
around fucking Anzac memorials on fucking Anzac Day and go,
Yeah, I'm a great Australian cunt because I'm here fucking saluting the fucking diggers. Yeah, look, that cunt's on Australian. Let's fucking bash the cunt. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck oath. You know what? Fuck it. I reckon I would bash you for being on Australian.
yeah, fucking, yeah. If you did, I'd knock your fucking remaining tooth out of your head.
All right.
Well,
Well,
remaining.
on that note, we're going to start wrapping up the stream. God Butler, do you have anything to plug?
his asshole with
yes.
a fucking.
Yeah, he's
Maybe-
arsehole.
What I-
If somebody wants to volunteer to plug his asshole and take that V card for it, he's desperate for it.
What I would like to plug is I'd like to get one of the South Australian power poles that are just a big slab of concrete with 2 pieces of railway track on either side. They're termite proof. I'd like to get 2 of those, and I'd like to plug Punish Dads and fucking Byron's fucking asshole with these, what we call them in South Australia, Dobie poles. I'd like to plug their assholes with those Dobie poles right up the rectum.
Holy
course you're
fuck,
thinking
you couldn't
about
have butchered
bloke
that more.
assholes.
Now, yeah, he just admitted that he wants to lose his V card to me and Byron, probably at the same time. So he
Fuck no,
not
sorry,
only is
mate,
an,
I'm not
an
gay.
incel, desperate for incest, he's also a big gay.
Oh, stop it. Just because I have a high voice and a lisp does not make me gay.
Big old gay.
No, it doesn't. Will you
Floppy
stop
old
being
rubber,
so
yeah.
discriminatory to people who live a different lifestyle to you just because I don't sit in the middle of a shithole desert and drink shitty beer and think I'm something special, or because I fucking listen to fucking bogan music called AC/DC and all that other shit?
All
does
right,
not
all right,
make me-
fuck it. Shut the fuck up.
Stop
2 more
listening.
questions.
You shut the fuck up.
2 more
Okay,
questions.
okay.
Quick, real quick ones, right?
Okay.
What beer do you drink? What
okay.
beer do you drink?
I drink a variety of beers. I drink a whole range
Faggot,
of beers.
alright.
They're imported.
What music
Come
do you
on.
listen to? What music do you listen to?
Oh, I listen to urban dance music. It's wonderful. It keeps me upbeat because when I want to go dancing
Yeah,
in
faggot.
the
All right,
clubs,
there you go.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Doc, you can kill the show, dude.
We are rounding this down, so please say your goodbyes, God Bother, and then I'll let Punish Dad say his goodbyes.
oh well, goodbye to you all.
Hurry up and fuck off, mate. You're boring.
Because I don't normally kick people out. I can, but I just rather them say their goodbyes.
Well, I just said goodbye.
Okay, well then drop out. Oh, Punish Dad.
Beautiful.
Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, watch Vamp Candy. She's great.
Yeah, I kind of think I would like to see her and Worski do an IRL.
I want to see me and Worski doing RL. Fucking kick his head in. Fuck that faggot. You know what? I'm all fired up today because of all this fucking bullshit that's been going on. Fucking Andy attacks Failure, attacks Vamp, and then defends Geek Dooley. Fuck that piece of shit.
No, I can't say that I have any faith in Geek Fulu myself, but yeah, that's their own dirty laundry. But I think it'd be nice if Worski would meet up face to face with Vamp and say that shit to her face and see what happens.
Oh, fuck us, man. It'd be
But
fucking head stomping. It'd be very satisfying to watch and to do.
But I would like to thank you for stopping by too. If you'd 86 yourself.
Oh yeah, dude, it was fun. Catch you around, man.
All right, thanks,
Catch
buddy.
you, bud.
See what you started, Brian.
I
Hey,
know.
who pulled him in? I didn't. Who pulled that bloke in? It wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Links were passed out. Promises were made.
Now you know what happens when you put too many Aussies in the room.
I
together.
did warn you.
Yeah, I'm just concerned. I think Cadunt's been rendered catatonic.
I wouldn't blame her if she fell asleep listening to that fuckhead.
I know.
Too.
It was like bees fighting.
I did learn a new word today, so I'm kind of happy about that. I had no idea what a bogan was, but trailer trash seems to be a better term, and it seems to be a global term.
I would agree, actually.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because I have never seen like a black person or an Indian or anyone Arabic ever be called trailer trash. I think that's exclusively a white slam.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I used to help run a cleaning company. I was a guy who'd come in and check to make sure they actually clean shit.
Uh-huh.
And there was an old lady, very old, probably. She was doing janitorial work, and she probably should have quit about 10 years before she did. And we got down and talking about slurs and stuff. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard black jokes and all that stuff, but the one thing that really gets to me is that we don't have a good slur for you white people." And I'm like, "Wow, that's right," because the only one I've ever heard a black person say is cracker. And cracker is idiotic. It came from the slaves where, the white people would crack the whip on them, hence making them a cracker. That puts them into a realm of making black people submissive again. So bad word, right? I think if they actually started using white trash, that it would be a whole lot better, that you could get people more to pop off than calling them a cracker. Because I don't know about you, but anytime anybody's ever called me a cracker, it made me laugh.
What do you think of the term Cave Becky?
Cave Becky.
Yeah, it's essentially what black people call white people now if they're trying to be offensive.
Wait a minute. A cave what?
A Cave Becky, because
Cave Becky.
white people came from up in the caves and shit, and basically white people have more Neanderthal DNA, right? So they're calling us Cave Beckies. That's where it comes from.
And a good morning, Nicholas.
At least it's creative. I mean,
Yeah, right? Like, that was pretty cool.
because what's a cracker? Cracker's a biscuit, isn't it? Like a chip or something.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh well,
Yes.
I've met a black Becky, so that just kind of throws me off. Because
See, the audience knows.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. I still think there should be a campaign out there to where minority people can actually find, agree on, and use a proper slur for white people.
Wait, I know another one. They've called me. I've been called bird shit before. That's what I've been called.
Actually,
That's pretty good.
ugh.
Bird shit?
Yeah, bird shit because it's white. Comes out white.
Well, okay. Well, we have a lot of mulberry trees around here, so the shit is usually purple and white.
Fair enough.
Yeah. John Doe said, "Why can't we call him a Cave Stacy?"
A Cave Ashley. Cave Brittany. Yeah.
No, yeah, a Cave Brittany sounds better because I've never met a Black Brittany yet. I'm sure one probably exists somewhere.
Guys, this is cultural appropriation. We're changing their words.
No.
Yeah, but think how good they're gonna feel when they steal it from us.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah, so we culturally appropriate, and then they culturally appropriate what we culturally appropriated. The white devil. That's very Malcolm X of you, John Doe. Yeah, I don't know. Hashtag bird shit. Damn.
It's pretty catchy too, you bird shit cunt. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is actually a really good one. Because even let's say you're not really thinking about race when they say it to you, right? And they're just like, you bird shit cunt, but still bird shit. It's still shit. It's terrible.
And a good morning, water jabbers.
Hey, morning, water jabbers.
What up, water jab?
Well, I think we've all learned a great lesson. I don't actually know what that lesson is.
Don't hang out with cunts from South Australia. That's what I've learned.
Yeah. Trust Brian when he warns you on a live stream.
Yeah, I was going to say that for this show, I'm actually I'm officially making Lord Byron the Australian ambassador to the Ramble stream.
Thank you, Doc.
So if I get all fuckered up and I don't know what the hell that they're talking about, or I need a translator, because at the end there I was kind of needing one.
Oh yeah, I couldn't keep up with that fuckwit bloke either. He's just talking bullshit.
Oh man, I forgot Wigger. But see,
Wigger
sounds too close to nigger, and they apparently that one consonant kind of messes them up.
But you've got to be a white gangster fella to be called a wigger. It's not
Exactly.
just
All you gotta have is some saggy jeans and not know how to wear a baseball cap.
Yeah, or some kids and a baby mama you never see.
It drives me fucking insane when I see somebody, like, especially on a very sunny day, and they got the brim of their cap tipped to the left, and the sun is all in their fucking faces. It's just like, you know what? 30-degree turn on that brim will get the sun out of your fucking eyes, you idiot. But it's just like the pants hanging down. That's, that was a fashion statement made in prison.
yeah. It's about poof, isn't it?
Yeah. It's basically ownership, or like when you have to turn your pockets out. Why take the worst part of culture? And I'm not saying it's black culture. I'm saying it's culture now. Why take the worst part of culture and accentuate that? That seems like some pretty idiotic thinking to me. But what do I know? I'm just bird shit.
Apparently.
Well, wait a minute. Bird shit with a little. I don't know. What would? Shit. I can't think of a decent slur for Indians either.
A little mulberry.
Mulberry dot-heads. I've heard that one before.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
dot-heads.
Native Americans.
Oh, yep. You just called them walking foot, talking bear. Those weird names, I guess.
Chief
Yep.
Lumpy thighs.
Does anyone remember the what Disney show was that? I want to say it was Peter Pan. What makes the red man red?
No, I have not seen.
Okay, the old animated Peter Pan that Disney put out has a musical number called "What Makes the Red Man Red," and it specifically talks about Indians and why their skin is red. And I completely blanked it out. And then you guys, when you said Native American, all of a sudden in the back of my mind, all I heard was, "What makes the red man red?" And I'm like, man, that would not be politically correct today.
Well, they recently came out and started protesting about. Have you ever seen the Aristocats?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, they gave shit about racially stereotyping the Siamese cats.
Oh my god!
And it's like number one, it's a cartoon. Number two, you're fucking idiots.
Yeah, and also, aren't those cats from Siam?
Yeah,
they are Asian. Come on now.
Yeah, Cloak. My grandmother was pure blood Blackfoot and Shoshone. So, does that make me an octo or a quarter?
Mutt. I don't know.
It makes me a mud person. I've always referred to it as that. I've got the major part of my bloodline is Native American and Welsh. So I picked, two genetic pools who are the worst drinkers on the planet.
Oh, yeah? I got you topped, buddy.
Okay.
So this is going to sound ridiculous, but I am Black, Jewish, and Native American. And that's not a joke.
Holy crap. There's
I
a
know,
joke in there
right?
somewhere.
So wait, Brian, you're funny and you're good at sports? Is that what that means?
Oh, no, not quite. I got the Jewish part when it came to sports.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, by the way, the link in the chat, if the chat wants to see it, Water Jabbers put in the link to the song "What Makes the Red Man Red."
Oh, boy. Yeah. So my father. Yeah. So my father is half Native American, half African American, and my mother is like, I want to say 53% Ashkenazi Jew, and then the rest is like mixed Western Europe.
Oh, I can't. I promise to stay silent on this until it actually happened. But Rary's back.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, cool.
He is El Rariachi.
Rory.
Yeah, Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back now.
Fuck yeah, the boys did call off the search now.
Yeah, that was the that was one of the DMs that I got. I was talking to him, and I'm just like, hey, you know, the door's open if you ever want to walk in. No biggie. And now he's over in Jokes chat.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice to see Rary back. I like the old bastard.
All right, Doc, Brian, I might have to cruise, boys. It was a good fucking time yarning to you cunts.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'll yarn to you boys later. All right, catch you, eh?
Yeah,
Talk
I
to you
think
later.
this. Yeah, I think this is the perfect time to end the stream completely. So, shill your damn Twitter at least, so if people want to get commissions for your art.
All right, hold on, I got to get it up. Second.
And of course, that means that you're coming up next, Brian. So have them links.
Oh, have the links ready. Okay, let's do this.
That's my one and only link right there. All right, I'll catch you boys later, eh? Cheers for having me on, Doc. Sorry about the blood sports.
See you later, Byron.
Catch you
It
later.
was interesting, brother.
Yeah.
And the door's always open to you. You know that.
No worries, Doc. I'll catch you later. See you, boys.
All right, bye. Oh,
Oh, now
okay.
it's just
So,
me and you.
yeah, and the unconscious body of Kadant.
This could go one of two ways, but I'm first. Anyway,
Somebody's got to hold the camera.
exactly. And I promise, you know, I'll clean up. But I have my link to my channel in your chat there, and I am gonna pass out because I am tired as shit.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go over and say hey to Rory in Joker's chat. As a matter of fact, for the people that are still watching, if you're not multi-streaming, I will spam the link. And that's Joker's show that's going on right now. Drop by and say hi to Rory. And you guys know where I'm at. So tomorrow night, well, today now, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, I'll be interviewing B-movie director Jim Wynorski. And with over 170 movies under his belt, you've probably watched at least one of them. That's going to be an interesting interview, crossing fingers that he's going to show up and not get mad at the technology.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it should be a fun one because he started off with Roger Corman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so he's never thought of anything but making like B movies. Like he made Chopping Mall, Not of This Earth, Deathstalker 2, Return of the Swamp Thing. He also made the Munchie series too, which is kind of creepy shit. But yeah, it will be a good show, and if he doesn't show, we're still gonna have a show to show. So I would like to wish my co-host Kadant a very happy nap, and like to wish everybody else a great rest of your day. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on. We had Big Fat Brian, we had Punished Dad, we had Lord Byron Bolas. We had God Botherer 1, and God, am I forgetting somebody? I think I am. I can't forget Addie.
Yeah, Addie was on.
And I'd like to wish everybody a great day when the sun comes up, because right now, you fuckers, I'm going to bed. Bye.
Thanks for having me on.